Hey, 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 hey. How everybody doing tonight? Get in here, get in here, get in here, get in here. We have a wonderful show tonight for you guys tonight. Welcome to the Anthony Brown Show presents the A.T.L show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown himself, and I am joined tonight with my beautiful co-host, Miss TeAma, and
Hello,
Legacy
everybody.
and Legacy the Great. And we also have a special guest with us tonight, none other than the Apostle Don Allen Lowe.
Hola.
How everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I'm
Pretty
making
good.
it on in.
How was everybody week so far?
Long.
Another day.
Very long.
Very long.
Yes.
Well, I tell you.
Oh. Ah.
Well, like I said, tonight is just chatting with friends, so we're just doing random topics. Anything off the top of the head that y'all want to talk about, we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna talk about it. Um, but first and foremost, I want to let everybody know if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it so much. It means the world to us. So hit the subscribe button and click the thumbs up, which is the like button. We appreciate that as well. It would mean the world to us. And also for everybody whose birthdays and anniversaries in this month, the Aquarius season from January 20th to February 18th. I just want to say happy birthday and happy anniversary to all of you. So
Happy anniversary. Happy
Happy
anniversary
anniversary, yes.
to me and my dear, beautiful. February 4th will be 4 years we've been married.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. To start the show off, I want to just give a special tribute to the late.
Well, my story is about award-winning actress Cicely Tyson, who has starred in countless films, TV shows, and Broadway plays. They include Roots, remember that? Trip to Bountiful, I saw that. The autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, I watched it again over the weekend. And now in a new memoir, out today, it's called, look at this cover, guys, Just As I Am. I love this picture of her. The 96-year-old Tyson is opening up about her very impressive career and her personal life. So we met her in Harlem at the Abyssinian Baptist Church. That was her home church before the pandemic. And she talks to us about her legendary career, her love life, it's a doozy, and her process behind choosing roles.
Whenever I'm offered a script, what I'm interested in when I get it is why me? Who was that character and why did they want me to play it? And when I get to the point where I feel like her skin has fitted my arm or my mind, then I know there's something about her.
As a little girl, what were your dreams?
I was a very shy child. If you got 15 minutes of words out of me, you got plenty. I was a thinker. I sucked this finger until I was 12 years old. That's why I have these buck teeth.
Born in 1924 to West Indian parents, Cicely Tyson recounts her extraordinary life in her new memoir, Just As I Am.
I am an observer of human nature and the dreamer of audacious dreams.
The journey to stardom was not an easy one for Tyson, who became pregnant when she was 17 and had a short marriage that lasted just over 2 years. Tyson began her acting career as a single mother, a choice that brought conflict at home. Were you surprised, Cicely, that your mother actually kicked you out of the house because you wanted to be an actress?
Yes. Oh, she told me I couldn't live there and do that. Suddenly I found something that I loved to do, and I had a child to support.
So you weren't thinking, when I grow up, I want to be an actress?
No, my mother, I don't know what she wanted me to be. She thought that I was going to live in a den of iniquity, because we grew up in the slums, okay? Lots of prostitutes walking up and down the street. And that's all she knew about movies.
Her mother eventually came around, and their connection is a strong one to this day. especially in this church.
And I feel that her spirit is here. And so I bought this pew in her name.
So this was a way to honor her.
That's right.
Tyson made her on-screen debut at 31 in the 1956 film Care of Gold. Shortly after that, she enrolled in an acting school run by Paul Mann, a well-known acting coach. She found herself alone with him after her first class, and she writes about a traumatic encounter.
He said, "Excuse me, Miss Tyson, I'd like to talk to you." So I turned around and came back, and before I knew it, he pulled me down.
And he was touching you and groping you?
Yes. No, what he wanted me to do was something worse than that. I thought about the whole incident when I got home. And, I never shed a tear about that until this moment.
All these years later, it still affects you that way.
The whole thought that you could go out innocently to achieve something, and it turned out to be something so vulgar and coarse and demeaning to you as a young black woman. But I made up my mind then that I went there for a reason, and that reason had not changed.
It sounds like a Me Too incident before we were even calling it Me Too. And some people would say, but why did you go back? And to that you say,
I went back to get what I was told I needed in order to achieve what I wanted. And I think of the many young black women who go through that and are devastated by it, and it kills their dream. I was not going to let that happen to me.
Through her sheer determination, her talent blossomed and landed Tyson the headlining role of Rebecca in Sounder.
You got your low-life job, Mr. Sheriff.
The 1972 film about a black sharecropper family.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, sir.
And a conversation with a white journalist about the movie pushed Tyson to find new purpose in her calling. And so you're promoting Sounder. A reporter said to you
that he felt a bit of bigotry in himself while he was watching the movie. When I asked him why so, he said, I was uncomfortable about your older son referring to his father as Daddy. I said, do you have children? What do they call you? He said, they call me Daddy. And I thought, my God, this man is thinking that we're not human beings. And I made up my mind that I could not afford the luxury of just being an actress, and that I would use my career as my platform.
Namely, you want black people to be seen as human beings.
That's right.
After playing over 100 roles on the stage and screen, Tyson has won 3 Emmys, a Tony, and an Oscar.
This is the culmination of all those years of have and have nots.
But beyond her public success, her memoir documents her love story with jazz icon Miles Davis. They were married for 7 years, but their romance spanned decades. Friends always wondered, why in the world are you with Miles Davis? Because you're right. He was unfaithful. He was abusive. You said Miles needed to be saved from himself, and you needed someone to save.
Well, listen, people who hurt, it's always the person that is closest to them that they hurt. And I was in love with him. Yeah. He was a beautiful human being.
But you know what? On his deathbed, he wanted you to know that he was...
sorry. Yeah. Tell Cicely I'm sorry.
Was he the love of your life?
Yes.
Was he? But did you think you could never find love like that again?
I haven't.
You haven't. Have you been looking?
No.
I'll ask you this. What does it feel like to be 96 and a legend, Miss Legend?
I'm amazed every single day I live.
Do you feel like you have more to do?
Yes, that's why I'm still here. I mean, what my life became is not what I expected. I had no idea that I would touch anybody.
When the time comes, what do you want us to remember about you?
I've done my best. That's all.
Oh, she
Wow.
gives me chills. I just adore her. She really is royalty to me. And it was so, I could have talked to her all afternoon. But when we talked about Miles, I love this. She said, hostility and devotion can live side by side. I love that. Sometimes love is not always born of logic. And when I said, you know, what do you really need? What do people need? She said, well, I will talk as a black woman. You need cayenne pepper, a stash of cash, and a quiet place. And
Yeah.
she's happy to say that she has all three.
Yeah.
All three.
She's in my eyes, she's always had incredible dignity and
Yes.
resilience, and
She
you've
has.
always felt it whenever she spoke.
She has. And, you know, she said, I grew up, you know, people calling me nappy-headed and shy and withdrawn. But now, you know, you see her, she's very beautiful, she's regal. She said early on in her career, they told her that she should get braces for the teeth she says are bucked. And she said, no, I like how I look.
Yeah.
She has such a deliberate and powerful way of speaking. Each word is just set down like a sidewalk, and you come to the end, and it's gorgeous. There's so many ways to take inspiration from her life, but I'm surprised that she was shy.
Yeah.
She found acting as a way to speak through others. That's a gorgeous idea.
Yeah, she will say, I'm still kind of shy. I go, no, you're not. She goes, no, actually, I am. I spend a lot of time by myself. She has a small circle of friends. Tyler Perry's a very good friend of hers. I meant to say to Tyler, Tyler's in the book, she calls Tyler one of her jewels. Yeah. So she has a small group of friends that she keeps very close. Yeah. Oh, and I said, you know, do you want other roles? She goes, yes. You know, somebody approaches me about a role, yes. It's better than sitting at home making butt prints.
I love that.
We've all done that.
Philosophy. Yeah, that's a
No more
philosophy
butt
we all
prints.
need to follow.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Wow.
Rest in heaven, beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Rest in peace.
Can we have a moment of silence for her? Just one
Sure.
moment. Let's just take a moment of silence. Rest in heaven. Rest in heaven.
Yes. A legend has gone home.
Yes. My goodness. I mean, 96 years. Man, it's a blessing to live.
That's
90.
a beautiful life.
Yeah, come on. Like,
She has
and
lived
this
a full life.
full life.
And still getting around good.
Still got around good, man. Still remember her memories were still intact. Like how many
But you see that
96-year-old
skin was
people?
so snatched.
You,
And I told
But
her
you
you got to
ready?
get at 96 and look like that.
I believe my dear mother will, but just the resilience of her, and like the man was saying, like even if you have a Caucasian person to say, like every word she said is just like sat and it resided with you. Like the way she carried herself was so regal, and it was so you could not deny her. There was nothing you could deny her because she just carried herself in a way that was like, look, I'm here. You can't deny me. I don't care if you want to. I'm going to walk in the room and I'm going to take everyone's breath away. And even though she says she's shy, you would never think so because she walked big. You know what I'm saying about walk big? She had this way about her that was so regal. I had a chance to meet her one time and I was just like, when she walked in the room, my eyes just did nothing but draw to her. And I'm just like, oh my God. You know, of course I fanboyed out, you know, in my mind. I'm like, you know, in my mind, I'm just like, you know,
I remember her. I most remember her from the Jane Pittman story and from the Tyler Perry movies.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I remember her from Sounder because we watched Sounder in elementary school. Yeah, we watched Sounder. No, it was middle school. We watched Sounder in middle school. I remember her from a Trip to Bountiful, which was a beautiful, 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 beautiful story. It was actually made by white people, but she said that was always a show that she wanted to remake with an all-black cast, and it happened just because she spoke it into existence. And so it happened, and Just oh my God, just getting a chance to, and her hugs are so warm. When she hugged me, I just almost fell to the floor. I couldn't take it. I didn't know what to do. Like her hugs were so warm. So, my mom has the picture. She said she's gonna find it for me and send it to me. I actually took a picture with her, and she came to Palm Beach. It was a ball or something I was at, and she was there, and she was a speaker, and she had everyone's attention. Like it was just like everyone was captivated, and you're just sitting there like you're like, this is good. Ooh, I'm drinking from this wisdom soup. Hold on, this delicious. She just feeding me. Let me get what she feeding me. It's just like wow. Like
what's going on in your head, Legacy?
She was a great actor. I mean, to some she was, more than that. But I mean, I've seen her a few times on a few movies. I would put her, not too far below Maya Angelou, but she was a good actor.
On that note, I got something to change the mood and change the atmosphere just a bit, and maybe put a laugh on everybody's face. Check this out.
Hold on, wait. Let me fix my wig and myself, cause I'm so tired of everybody talking about some. Hold on, everybody saying she big. Look at her trying to run. She can't run. Now, who can't run? Now, who can't run? Who can't run? Yeah. Who ain't got speed? Play with your mama, not me. And that's on who? That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm tired.
You tired for listen.
Oh, baby.
Baby,
Put that on Mary Had a Little Lamb. Mary better give your ass some oxygen.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, but that was supposed to be a run? I thought it was a slow jog. That was supposed to be a run. Look, but at least you tried, because most people our size, we don't get out and we don't try to exercise at all.
The simple fact that she recorded it.
Yeah,
the simple fact that little mama decided to record it.
She talk about put that on your mom.
Put that on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
She said, shit, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. You only went there and came right back, and you already tired.
Girl, you doing better than me though, because Mary Had a Little Lamb ain't gonna run to that door.
Tony, go back to the thing. Now watch her before it starts. The front of her dress is not wet. By the time she jogged down to that car, it come back, the whole front of that dress is wet.
You hear me?
Hold on, wait. Let me fix my wig and myself, cause I'm so tired of everybody talking about some. Hold on, everybody saying she big. Look at her trying to run. She can't run. Now, who can't run? Now, who can't run? Who can't run? Yeah. Who ain't got speed? Play with your mama, not me. And that's on who? That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm tired.
She said, who ain't got speed? She said she got speed. She had on her jogging shorts and she had on jogging shorts. So she had on her jogging shorts and her tights.
Okay, but forgot a whole bra.
That was 7 sets of curtains.
Not 7 sets of curtains. Titties just swinging all in the wind.
But she was ready though. She was ready though. She showed you she got potential.
I like her. Statistically,
I
do
like to
what?
see I want to see who will win that race right there between her and Donnell.
She would, because Donnell ain't finna even try that shit. And then we talking about Mary had a little lamb.
No, I'm not gonna try
Mary
it
need to
because
give her some oxygen before she finished that sentence.
number one,
I
I'm
got
not
you,
gonna try it.
Donnell, and I'm gonna answer it for you.
How many of y'all grew up with very strict parents?
Ooh.
Mine was stricter than y'all's. If y'all mama not a Jehovah's Witness, go sit your ass down.
My mama was a Kojic mama. They're 10 times worse. Thank you.
Nah.
Check out Christ. They worse.
Well, check this mother out.
Understand this. When I say it's time to go, it's time to go. Don't ask can you stay the night. You cannot. Don't ask can they come back over here and stay the night. They cannot. Don't get over here acting like you hungry, like you ain't ate all day. If you do, I'm gonna knock fire out of your throat. Don't touch nothing. Don't break nothing. Don't ask for nothing to drink. Don't ask for nothing to eat. Lisa Ann already think her kids is better than everybody else, and they are not. If one of them touch you, you better knock their head off their shoulder. Don't come in there tattling to me about what you think, what you want, and how you feel. When we get ready to go, I tell you how you feel. Is everybody on the same page? Huh. Don't play with me.
That's my mama.
That's my mama.
That's Melanie.
That is Frida right there.
I don't give a damn. You ain't ate in a month.
Right.
You ain't ate in a
Teresa
month.
already.
Like you done ate before we got there.
Teresa already think her goddamn kids better than you anyway. So she already think she better than everybody. So don't get over there. Don't ask for nothing. Because if you do, I'm gonna knock fire out your throat. I'm gonna put my fist through the back of your throat, all the way through the back of your throat.
My mama used to say, you can't eat at nobody's house. You don't know how they clean. For all you know, they got roaches.
Look, I used to guard my throat because I'm like, Lord Jesus, my mama gonna knock me through the back of my throat. Hold on.
Well,
God.
Depending on how hard you hit me, I'm telling my daddy.
Okay. Well, listen, the latest challenge on TikTok and Instagram. I have it right here, and TeAma, I need to see you do this challenge right here.
Oh, play with it.
Check this out.
Is you fucking?
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, you look at Legacy. Legacy all interested. Look at that, boy. I'm telling you.
He need to show the real one.
Hey, Mom. That's my
mother-in-law. Don't even try her.
Hey, Miss Beverly.
That's my mother-in-law, TeAma. And Legacy.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
That's my mother-in-law.
So that's the latest challenge, TeAma. I need you to by the next show. I need to have a video of you.
You ain't say nothing but a word. I have Herman to come over here and be my photographer.
So that's gonna be a video.
Is you fucking?
Remember, you asked me for this video. I don't want to hear no shit.
Can you bust it pregnant though?
The video I want to see you do is the baby mama dance.
Can you bust it?
I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it.
No, let me tell you. When I say Don Allen can dance, I can dance my oath. Hey, Mom.
They have a video called the baby mama dance.
Why are you pregnant?
Why I'm pregnant.
I can't wait to see the video.
I got you.
Jezebel. Lord,
I got you.
Jezebel.
What was that song I danced to? Yeah, my niece in here. She was like, Auntie, you can't do it like me. Child, they had to do once Beyonce came on now. What? And did they say H-Town? Let's get it. She said,
okay.
Don't play with me.
I know that's right. On that note, let's go to a commercial.
TeAma Copeland with just-in-time accessories.
an independent sales rep. Join TeAma Copeland on Facebook and YouTube Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lead and nickel-free jewelry and accessories, just $5. Like it? Take it home. Love it? Book a party. Want it all? Join her team. That's TeAma Copeland. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Join TeAma Copeland. You can find TeAma Copeland on Facebook at TeAma Copeland. Her fan page, Just in Time Accessories. On YouTube, that's Teama Herice. Not only do we have beautiful necklaces, we also have lovely rings and accessories. The only thing better than $5 jewelry is, of course, free jewelry. See TeAma Copeland for details.
Okay. I got a commercial.
What's on it? What's on it?
I got a commercial.
$4 jewelry ain't better than $5 jewelry.
Free jewelry is better.
Uh-huh. So you need to let me host your party, Legacy.
Hey, Jasmine.
Hey, look, you bring the women and I bring the jury. What's up?
I can see what I can do.
At that price, Legacy, you could treat all of them. But listen, I have a question here. Here's a situation where, you know how they say women get the men on child support or whatever, and they just sit at home and they don't work, they don't want to work because they collect a check every month.
Right.
Well, I think this young lady here that I'm going to bring to the table has figured out the whole system and has masterminded the system. So, Becky with the good hair, the sisters better listen to what she got to say. Check this out.
Yo, this lady's gonna tell you exactly why you need to have 6 baby daddies.
A lot of people got something to say about the fact that I got 6 kids with 6 different men. So I'm just gonna tell y'all why it is better to do it this way. If I had 6 kids with all the same dude, I get 34% of his income, which is only $680 a month. If I got 6 kids with 6 different dudes, I get 17% from each one of them, which is $340 a month from each one. $340 a month times 6 baby daddies is $2,040. So why don't you have 6 baby daddies?
So first things first, let me tell you what. You think she cares about protection? No. You can tell by the mask that she don't care about protection. She like, man, forget my nose and forget the bottom blown out. I don't need none of that. I'm good. I don't protect my vulva nor my mouth. Second thing second, you got to think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want 680 once or 340 sixth? What do you want? Do you want to work for $2,000 a month? Or do you want to work once a year and then collect? The children are an investment, okay? Just like you buying a house. You want to say your mortgage is $1,000, you rent it for $1,500, you making $500. You take the baby out of the vulva situation, and you know what I'm saying? That's netting you, $340 a month. You got to think about the investable asset, the coochie domestic product. That's the CDP. You know what I'm saying? We got the CDC, the CDP. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the stimmy. That month, that's $4,000. You understand me? And I'm not good at math. So I had to ask how much the person was making per month. And when I asked this question, Google pulled up child support. Like, you trying to calculate the child support. But people on Twitter, they did the math. And they told me that person making about $2,000 a month. So she taking that times 6. And she got her whole thing situated. And y'all mad at her? Whoever her friends will say, you got 6 baby daddies? She like, yeah, but I got the income of 6. Now imagine she snapped one baller. Baller alert. Boom. Now 70% of his income could be $3,000. Why work?
Now, if you want to bring up the fact that children are wildly expensive and that $340 gonna get eaten up by literally the children you created, don't bring in negativity to her math equation. Don't bring in logic.
Mama done figured it out.
But like he said, that money's gonna get eaten up by taking.
That's all right, but she getting 2,008 up as opposed to 600.
But then you got to think about she get food stamps for those 6 kids too. So the food stamps, her food stamps, she gonna get
cash. So
because she getting a check, she got low income housing. She ain't paying no rent.
Bam.
Mama and then her food stamps, she get about $2,000, almost $3,000 food stamps a month.
She get about
800.
Damn. Well, white girl, I don't know you, but I'll be your friend.
Wait a minute, she don't get no more than 800 for 6 kids.
She right around about because
my homegirl got 4.
I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why. She's getting about the net of $2,200 a month. They still have to calculate that money that she gets from child support against the food stamp balance. And then she
$2,200 a month ain't shit when you got 6 kids bugging you all day.
But they not.
Listen, I done had all my kids in the house together, and I got 6. And it does not cost a heap of money to maintain kids. It doesn't.
$2,200 ain't worth being stuck with 6 kids.
But see, you see where you're at with that, TeAma. That lady ain't talking about being stuck. You consider that being stuck. She consider that being fortunate.
Right.
Fortunate, that's that pussy you talking about that.
Is that the lettuce coochie? Is that the lettuce coochie you were talking about?
Lettuce. Okay.
The lips all told.
They call it the pink.
It is pink. But how's the pink?
Girl, do your thing, get your money, but hook me up with some of them food stamps.
Yeah, man.
But think about it, Tim. If she's making $2,400 a month, just in check, $800 a month in food stamps, because she got low income housing, I promise you, her rent is probably only $100 a month.
Yeah, and she got a 5-bedroom.
You know what? I'm gonna go put my own ass on housing. I'll be back. I'm gonna go put my own ass on. I'm gonna go get me some housing.
At the very most, she's probably paying $200 in rent. At the most.
That's it. And then, Tony, guess what happens? After she's on there 2 years, and once she's completed whatever program housing want her to go through, the federal government will help her buy a house and help her pay for it for the next 10 years of her life. After she's been on housing for 2 years, she got a few things she can do. One, she can transfer to any state she want to move to, and she can still get housing. Secondly, if she wants to buy a house, the federal government will help her be a first-time homeowner, and it can be up to a 5-bedroom house, and they will match 65% of what that house is.
My mother-in-law said, "Is the question is the money for her or for the kids?"
Well, I mean, from what the federal government say with child support, the money is supposedly supposed to be for the kids, but how they look at it is
allegedly, Tony.
How they look at it is they can. That's why they look at it like that. They look at it like this and say, okay, we're all through the week before this money got to the mama. That mama had to spend that money. So by the time the money get from child support to her from the men, they look at it as if the mama already spent that money. So the money that she's getting back is her money. That's why they got laws that say you can't tell women what to do with the child support money because they look at that money as the mother's money.
Exactly.
So it's nobody to, we talked about this already, there's no one to govern to make sure that she's not getting a $600 hairdo with the swiper fund card. So
Ms. Beverly, you need to go back and watch a previous video we had. Was should child support or the money that the parents receive, the mothers receive, should it be governed or managed? There's another video we did a while back.
So you talking about for her? Listen, I got a cousin that live in Ohio. My cousin said to me, "Cuz, you need to come and move to Ohio." I said, "Why?" He said, "The benefits that women get while they're on, food stamps and stuff." He say that the average woman in Ohio who has 2 kids, the state of Ohio gives them $1,000 worth of food stamps and pay total housing, and that the women look for men to take care of as long as he got the pipe game.
Mama ain't having
it. And the snow bunnies love to be dipped in chocolate.
Not the snow bunny.
Want the chocolate dipped in? Want the chocolate dipped in and swirled?
So they get them Obama babies. No, that's what they in South Dakota. My nieces and nephews, they are called the crackers literally call them Obama babies.
Why? Because they like
these mixed kids literally for them into South Dakota to get a mixed baby is like the newest accessory. I swear to God.
It's like jewelry to them, huh? It's like your just-in-time accessory.
And when they already know you having them babies in South Dakota, let's be clear, I'm talking about South Dakota and North Dakota.
Yep.
That your baby gonna get called a nigga every 2.3 seconds, and you was raised in privilege, but yet you go out your way to do this just to hang in with the cool crowd.
I mean, literally the cool crowd that's hanging in cold ass South Dakota
and I'm not
cold ass North Dakota.
I'm not trying to be prejudiced. You got to realize a lot of white girls actually get with these black men just to defy their parents. It has nothing to do with love. It's because they mamas and daddies told them don't get with no black men, don't bring no black man home.
Being rebellious.
So like, oh, yep, being rebellious. You know what? I'm gonna do that because you're a freaking prejudiced and you're stupid. Oh my God, I'm gonna bring a Rico home. I'm gonna bring a Shaquan home. That's exactly what I'm gonna do because you're freaking prejudiced and you're stupid, mom. You're stupid, dad. You're freaking a-holes. And I'm gonna do
Wick, my brother and his brother them went up there. Wick brother is still up there. When I tell you his kids, his oldest one is 14. That girl done tried to kill herself like 6 times.
Wow.
Because she get that amount of hate from her own family members. Like literally, when I went to the airport, and within 5 minutes, I got called the nigga like 3 times.
And why you didn't have to bond out after that?
Because honey, I wasn't finna go to jail. But it was an old lady, but I wound up getting my revenge in the end, child. I gave her grandson straight jungle fever.
No, not jungle flea, Lord.
Ask Wick, I got my revenge full throttle.
Wow.
Don't play with me, boo-boo kitty.
On that
You're not
note,
boo-booing the kid.
on that note, let's check out this video.
So for all you people out there that think President Trump and his supporters are racist, this is my son. This is my son. I love you. Love you. So next time you want to talk crazy about Trump and his supporters, think about this. Who's our president, CJ? Donald Trump. Who do we like, Trump or Biden? Trump. That's right. So whether you like Trump or hate Trump, just know that this is a representation of Trump. People that love each other, people that love our country, people that want to see America great, people that like our freedoms. So next time you guys want to put nasty stuff on Trump supporters, just remember this. Father and son. Love you. Love you. All right. Have a good one. Yep.
Yo, listen, guys. One thing I have to say is I commend this guy for adopting a kid. Whether black, white, doesn't matter. Black, Asian. I always commend people for taking in children that don't have homes. I give him that credit. I wouldn't disrespect him on that. But I got a problem with this video, yo. He's saying that this is a representation of Trump. Really? This is a representation of Trump. You motherfuckers going around bullying people and shit. Past 4 years. Bullying people, shitting on black football players, the whole nine. You think Trump represents this? Everybody should adopt a black baby. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This is patronizing as shit. This shit looks like a UNICEF commercial. You know, you remember the old white man who would do those poverty commercials with the little black kids? Please, just 5 cents a day. 5 cents a day. Are you fucking kidding me right now? This is kind of patronizing, bro. It's kind of patronizing. No different than that Proud Boy with the black wife. And there's a couple proud boys with black wives, ethnic wives and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What is it with using black people as pawns to show that you're not racist? What the fuck is that, dude? That in itself is a racist move. You understand? If any black person is watching this, any person with a fucking common sense is watching this, knows that this is patronizing bullshit. You understand? We're not an amusement park. People really think black folks are a goddamn amusement park. That you just get on when you want to, have a little fun, and then get the fuck off when shit hits the fan. This shit, I'm sorry, man, I can't really get with that. And he goes, listen, this is my son. Look, he's black. That looks like a little me, goddammit. He's like, he's black. Look, that's my son. Look, he's black. That's my son. I have one. A lot of people have adopted different kinds of children, all right? But you doing this right now, you could have done that shit by yourself. You could have been in the camera by yourself with your little hat. Make America great again. People kill me. Make America great is for white folks, man. America has never been great for black people at all. We've made America great because we built the motherfucker and we invented half the shit. We made America cool. How about that? So that great shit is just a reason for you to say we're losing our grip and the shit's getting brown again and you're upset. Now, I'm saying this for the people that do this kind of shit, okay? There are white people out here that have some common sense and know that this is a bullshit ass video, that he sacrificed his son. And he's holding him like, yo, you better say the right answer. Who's our president? He goes, Trump. Who's our president? Trump, sir. Trump, goddammit. What if he said Biden? Or what if he said, this America is whack, dude. I'm a black kid. I still get treated. What if he would have said that? He almost looked like he held him hostage, man. Yo, my man, nice try, dude. But fuck that, man. Because the timing is off, man. And a lot of Trump supporters, a lot of people are doing a lot of desperate things to show that they're not racist. Huh? Why didn't you show some other kids in there? Huh? Show an Asian kid. So you're going to show the black kid. Please, man. Yo, no disrespect to your family and what you did. I give you credit for that shit. But this shit was the wrong move. And shit was patronizing. All right, guys. You guys have a nice day, and I cannot wait to see your comments. And if you have some common sense, motherfucker, they better not be stupid, okay? Bye!
But you know what? What
So
he
in other
said
words,
made so
hey, any
much.
Trump supporter, you come on my live, I'ma light your ass up.
But what he
Period.
said made so much sense because it's just like saying, I'm not racist. I have a black friend. And that's usually what racist people say. I'm not racist. I have a black friend. Okay, just because you have a black friend doesn't mean you're not racist. Because I
True.
ain't even gonna lie. I have white friends, but do I necessarily like white people that much? No, and I'm not gonna lie about it. So I guess I can be a little racist. I don't know, don't care. But I'm just saying, for him to sit up and say, this is my son. This is my son. And this represents Trump. How does that
Prove
represent
nothing.
Trump? Trump in Trump's America. Trump's America is killing little black boys that look like your son. Trump's America is murdering. Police are murdering little black boys that look like your son. And just
Every day.
because you're his adopted daddy, don't mean that he's not going to experience that because he still looks like me. He don't look like you. He's going to still experience stuff like that. And you just said this represents Trump. No, it don't. If you look at Trump's rallies look like Ku Klux Klan rallies. You only see a few little stupid behind black people sprinkled in the Trump's rally. You don't see that many black people at Trump's rally. But if you look at people can talk about Democrats all they want. If you look at Democratic National Convention, you'll see every race, every color, every creed, every rainbow, every color is at a convention. But Trump's convention, they all redneck. They sleep with their sisters and their brothers, and they sleep with their cousins.
Allegedly. Tony, you slow to the sign lately.
The sign way on the other side of the room.
They keep it by you.
Jesus.
Right. But it's just it's racist to say that I'm not racist. People don't get that. To say it just makes you look guilty. And then like he said, he basically got a chokehold on this boy. Who's our president? Trump. Who do we like? Who do you like? Biden or Trump? Trump. Okay. He basically had a chokehold on it.
Legacy, what's your view on the video?
It's horrible. You know, at that age, that young man don't even understand why the fuck he like Republicans or Democrats totally right now. He doesn't know. He's probably being home drilled by his father. You know, we're Republicans. And Trump is this and this. You know, right now that man has, if he was adopted, that means that young man, he feels he's went from shit to sugar. From shit to sugar by being able to come from being in an orphanage to be loved by someone. So of course he got his pom-poms out for his dad. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm with Don Allen. And I'm with Godfrey. You don't have to show that you got black friends or you got black kids to be considered equal around the board. That's something that you do when you are racist and you're trying to make your own self believe that you're not racist.
Right.
By doing that. I grew up in the South, South Georgia, and that's one of the most prominent places of racism. And I've had so many white friends and Asian friends throughout the years of going through high school and middle school that I don't see color. The only time I vastly see color is when I see a bunch of salt piling up, talking about their rights are being infringed upon, and they feel like they're being attacked, and it was just like it's just too much sometimes. And right now that young man the young boy doesn't understand that right now he may have a white father, he may have a white mother, and that's kudos. I want him to be loved by whomever love him. But at any time that young man is not in the presence of those white folks or those people that so-called loved him, he will at any time understand the meaning of what it is to be blocked.
Oh yes.
So, you know, that Make America Great Again is definitely I don't remember it ever being great for anybody, any ethnic group other than
the Caucasian.
So that statement in itself is a blanket racist clause that tells me, you know, go back to Africa. But I never made it there. I didn't have a choice to decide if I wanted to be in Africa or America. Y'all took that from us.
But Trump, you see, Trump is talking about making a Make America Great Again party because he said the Republicans didn't uphold him and didn't help him enough. So he's going to start his own political party, the MAGA party, the Make America Great Again party.
But guess what? Listen, I don't have a problem with it being 5, 6, 7, 8 damn parties. Just put the best person in the position. If the Make America Great party tends to put out the best candidate who is for America and all of Americans, then that's who will get my vote. But if the best candidate came out and they make this a candidacy and they come out of the Black Lives Matter group, I'm for them too. But I do definitely believe that we need more than 2 choices when it comes to the primary. We need more than 2 choices than Democrat and Republican, because that's when the narrow-mindedness starts to close in, and then one side tends to, you know, get more favoritism. But if you spread the shit out and you give people more than two people to choose from, you might come up with a better system.
Yeah.
So I'm for that.
Yeah.
But the good thing about that is him coming up with a third party is that's going to automatically split the Republicans, which means there's going to be less votes.
Yes.
Make the Democrats automatically win. So go Trump.
Start your party. Yes. I salute you. Do what you have to do.
I'm mad.
Do what you have to do. What you have to do. Hey y'all, I'm gonna have to get off here because I need to find me something to eat. I don't feel good, so I'm gonna have to go on in.
All right.
All right, take care.
Thank you. See y'all later.
Take care.
All right, D. No, I don't. I don't think that right now the best candidate is in office. I think that we had so many other individuals that could have been better for the job, especially on the Democratic side. You had more newcomers that were like one of my favorites. I feel like this person he scares the whole democracy of the United States. Bernie Sanders is one of the best candidates for me. I'm definitely down with, you know, many of y'all people went and voted for Bill Clinton because he came and walked in blacklist cities. Y'all voted for him, and that was cool. But Bernie Sanders actually was a candidate that was actually arrested and fingerprinted and actually chained with Martin Luther King during Martin Luther King's time of life. So,
but how was your money in '98 when Clinton was in?
I was a child.
How was your money?
I was a child. And that had
you
nothing
was an adult in 98.
Clinton was out of here then. Clinton was gone. George W. Bush was coming in. George W. Bush was coming in.
Bush. We talking about before Bush. The
I'm
economy.
talking about from Clinton came
Real
in
estate
and had
was
8
at an
years.
all-time high. Long as
like
your president was
91
getting high and getting his dick sucked, honey, to this date, we haven't had nobody that done made the income like
but
President Clinton.
let's talk about what else
so
he
let's
did.
go by the money.
What else did
Let's
he do?
follow the
What
money.
else did he do? What else did he do?
I just said what he did. You didn't hear what I just said?
I'm gonna tell you like let me help you out.
We weren't going to war. We wasn't in like
Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Up under the regime of Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and Al Gore, along with Kamala Harris, along with Joe Biden, they signed more mass incarceration mandatory minimum bills that incarcerated more African Americans than any time of history. Any.
But you don't think those black men probably deserve to go to jail?
Listen,
I wasn't incarcerated.
Hold on, I'm going to answer for you. Tony, I am going to answer it for you. Let me answer the question that Tony asked me. I am a person who read what I'm talking about. I happened to get some of that. I did my time. But I also know that when the books are stacked against you and everybody don't have a fair chance out here to provide and feed their kids. So yes, they do go outside the parameters we're told to do that. Yes, if you do the crime, you do the time. But if you give people affordable jobs that can allow them to feed their families, if you allow people to be able to have jobs, or even if they have messed up and come back in the community and be able to say, oh, this man got a felony on his record, he went to prison, and now he got to come home and you got to ask him again, hey, do you got a felony? And he tell you, yeah, and you can turn around and hold that against him and not give him a job again? Come on. Come on. It happens daily.
But let me tell you, you know what I hate the most about black people? And let's be crystal clear.
It's not black people that just say
no. For me, I don't care about no other nationality because I don't wear their skin. The one thing, like us as African Americans, we don't like to hold our shit. It's real easy to say the white man, but any decision that you ever made in life, nobody forced your hand. You have the option. It is so many men that do 9 to 5s that only get them by. And they do not choose to go be a drug dealer. There's so many men that choose to get off their ass, get a degree. It is so many men in prison that literally write books, like literally, to when they come out, they're standing on their 2 legs and not blaming people.
I'm trying to understand for a person that's been in that position, and I know so many people that done came out right now from doing what they do, and there are no open doors for them. Let me explain something.
And let me tell you, and with you knowing there's not no open doors, while you sitting there doing that time,
what is amendment
get degrees to open up doors for yourself.
What was amendment for, Tony?
Tony, he talking to you.
What was amendment for?
I think he doing the mannequin traffic.
Answer the question. What was amendment for?
I don't know.
Okay, so I tell you what we'll do. Until you know what Amendment 4 is, what was the purpose for Amendment 4, and what happened, we'll come back and revisit this question. Because even after they
remain, that's still an excuse. Anything you do in this life, you have a consequence. It's up to that person to give you that second chance, but if not, you find a way to open up that door for yourself.
When you get the time, I need you to go look up why Amendment 4 came about, what was the purpose of it, and why it's still not being.
Why did Amendment 4 come about?
You can Google it, but you don't know it.
The Fourth Amendment was adopted in response to the abuse of the writ of assistance, a type of general search warrant issued by the British government and a major source of tension in pre-revolutionary America.
Okay.
I said the Amendment 4.
That is the Amendment 4.
The Amendment 4 that they just re-voted on about 2 years ago when Ron DeSantis got in office. Remember they had that where people that's done been convicted of felonies can get their legal rights to vote. That's how that happened this year.
Okay, so they get their right to vote. They get their right to vote though, but it still does not. At the end of the day, black people gotta stop blaming everybody for decisions that you made.
You have to understand that yes, everybody is entitled to make mistakes in life. We're human.
Exactly. But if you make that mistake, hold that back and don't be the white man. The white man. No, I don't make excuses for myself.
I don't make excuses for myself. I tell you, I did what
black people hold accountability, they're gonna always be up under the white man.
You have to be able to say, I made the mistake, and how can I get myself together? There have to be things out there to allow a person to get themselves together. You cannot expect a person to come from where they were, especially from prison, and come home and still can't get out and get a job and feed their families. Because
you're right there in West Palm. You have Mr. Richard A. Rouse that went to jail, came out a full attorney.
You have to still
he got on his dick and got it moved to where guess what? He's one of the best defense attorneys West Palm had to offer.
I understand that everybody makes mistakes. Everybody.
Judge Mathis went to prison, was on drugs. You have to line yourself up and hold yourself accountable.
Everybody don't have the same structure and background. Everybody don't.
Exactly. But you cannot blame. It's always the white man. The white man ain't holding us down. We holding each other down.
Where people can clap and get themselves on a solid ground, a solid foundation, most people will come out and work and do what they got to do to take care of their families. But I'm sorry, I ain't working for nobody for $6, $7, $8.
So check this. Tell me you don't know none of your homeboys that got a job. Somebody gave them a chance, and that nigga fucked off that chance that somebody gave him.
I know a bunch of people. I know a bunch of people who didn't go to prison that did that.
No, we're talking about people that's giving people a second chance.
They're
giving you a chance to be a stand-up citizen. I can name over 8 people in there in my family.
But that's in your family because maybe y'all didn't help them structure. But the ones that I know,
that's all I deal with is my family. I don't deal with other people.
The ones that I know, you have a question. The ones that I know, no, I don't know nobody that failed. No.
That's virtually impossible to be a black man in America and you don't know nobody that just straight up failed.
The same. Did you just not tell me you don't?
So that means the black man is winning. So the white man is not even a part of the equation. Everybody you know is winning.
I don't know how we're winning. I just know that the ones that I know, and I look at the ratio of the United States of American prison system. We're not the majority. We're not the vast majority, and we are the most in prison. We don't fuck up that bad to where we're 80% of the prison.
Let me help you. Let me tell you why we fuck up. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all why we fuck up the most. Because the first thing when a nigga get in trouble and they tell you you have the right to be quiet, the first fucking thing y'all do, they think you can explain yourself up out of something. You don't give your lawyer enough room to lie. Say but I'm you know lying. The most bitch ass niggas is black men.
They do. I can't even argue with you.
They will sing like a canary.
A lot of people put themselves in prison. I totally agree. But the vast majority of people that I know, when they are isolated with, I don't give a damn if it's Palm Beach Community. If it's North Palm Beach Police, West Palm Beach Police, Riviera Beach Police, or the Sheriff Department. When they are, especially now, when they are interrogated or talked to by officers of the law, they are intimidated. They are afraid for their lives. So to not communicate in the way that these officers want them to communicate, of course they go to talk. They throw their rights right out the goddamn window because they so afraid that they're gonna die right now.
Exactly. And not even at this point, you're at the police station, you're not gonna die. They ask you, do you want to waive your right? The first
a lot of
thing.
people done died at the police station.
And hold on, but listen, let me tell you.
You're right.
I'm sitting there, when they sitting at the police station, they not sitting there thinking they gonna die. Let's be 100%. The first thing they be like, help me. The first thing them crackers tell you, help me help you. How the fuck you gonna help me if you done already put handcuffs on me?
Still don't mean they can't die.
Let me tell you, no.
A lot of people don't die in prison.
So I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in prison, but I'm gonna be afraid to die. But I'm gonna give you everything you need, and then you put my life in prison for the rest of my life. Nah,
let me give you a vivid explanation. I am with you, but let's just go back to the slave plantation. Let's go back to the slave plantation for a minute. They had a house Negro. He had some nice, smooth baby skin. He master friend. He master friend. When master sick, master we sick. When the Negroes got ready to do something against the master, or some niggas gonna run, if that house nigga found out, he told master.
Smart man.
But you know why he told master?
Because he didn't want to be out there with them niggas in that hot ass field. Common sense, survival.
So telling on ourselves has not just started. This is something that's been going on for centuries. At least 5 that I know. And all I'm trying to get you to understand is, I agree with you, Negroes, African Americans, Black, Brown, Spanish, all human race tell on themselves. They don't just show Black people talking on the Fur 48. White folks tell on themselves too.
No, but what I'm saying is, the average person, during that, everybody that get arrested, if you shut the fuck up, do you know you may only sit in jail a couple of months?
You might.
Because 96% of the time, if you don't have the FBI coming to you, bitch, they ain't got nothing. But by the time they finish talking to your dumb ass, you gonna get them Leroy, Baba, your mama, and your cousin.
They got everybody. I mean, I'm not arguing that. I watch it every day on Fur 48. It's crazy how people don't know how to say, just take me to the jailhouse.
Back when people would literally get accused for crimes that they did not do and come 25 years, it showed that they not there. Okay, I can see how that shit could happen. But today, in the now, only way you wind up in jail is that you open your mouth.
Or you did a crime with somebody.
You pulled my name. I did 6 months for something I did not do. And I went to jail for my dad, and you couldn't get me to say a word. My mama was shooting at him, like trying to kill him. But honey, my mama would tell you, that bitch didn't fold. I go to jail, only thing you gonna get from me, my name is TeAma Copeland. Everything else, bitch, you better pull it up out my fingerprint.
I'm gonna say this. A lot of people, by you not folding, a lot of people give you kudos for that. Kept the G code.
But that's called rule number 1. If you're gonna be a criminal,
there also are a lot of people. There also are people that feel like you just putting your life on the line for something you know you didn't do, and they call that retarded too.
Nah, when it comes to your parents, it's called loyal. Like you loyal by default. You loyal by default without even knowing.
To figure out is, how did you miss the very first thing I said? I said there are a handful of people over here that consider that keeping the G code. And there are a handful of people that also think that you keeping your mouth closed is idiotic and stupid because it had nothing to do with you. So let me ask you a question. What do we tell our kids when someone do something to them? Do we tell our children, keep your mouth closed and get bullied or fight? Or do you tell your child who's being bullied, do you not take your child to the police station and say, hey, I'm tired of this, and tell the police what you done? Because now what I'm going to find out is, are you going to be willing to put your child's life at risk by telling your child, one, to keep everything internal and knock him out or do something to the other individual? Or are you going to be considered a narc and go and tell the police that your child is being bullied? Give it to me.
Let me tell you, I'm going to beat your child ass and bitch, I'm coming for you. Let me tell you, if I bring my child to that school and I say, okay, listen, these two having a problem, ma'am, can you please talk to your daughter, blah, blah, blah. Once I done had this conference with you, the principal and everything else, next round, I'm beating your ass and your child ass. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm that hood ass mama. That bitch, I ain't got no tolerance.
Zero.
I ain't calling no police. I ain't doing none of that. But bitch, you best to believe you gonna be beating the shit out your child because you gonna be like, I ain't dealing with this hoe every day. Okay. I'm stupid.
So now
I know I'm stupid.
So now what she has admitted to is that instead of doing the right thing, she would teach her child what to do, which was for her mother to endanger her life, her freedom. I ain't talking about the little girl. The mama is endangering her life, her freedom, about something she could have just.
Exactly. Listen, I'm telling you. But you didn't hear what I said. I did show my child the right way. When I addressed the principal, had the principal to have me, the mother, and this child together.
You did do it the right way. You did it the right way first, and you snitched.
No, I gave you that warning shot. That's what that called. That's called that warning shot.
Call that snitching.
Well, you know what? In that case, I'm gonna be that snitch, but I'm gonna be that bitch that whoop.
I just wanted to get all I wanted to get her to tell me that there is a time to snitch, because the G code went out the window when it came to you just dealing with the parents. You went to the school and reported. You went and the school had to report that to the police. So therefore,
the school. Let me tell you, when you have a conflict with the students, the school don't call the police.
TeAma, you crazy? The police is at the school.
You not listening.
I just had this police on campus.
Listen, y'all are not listening. When I just dealt with this with my two nieces, no police came in the room with us.
If it was
me, my niece,
if it is a fight,
the principal, and the mama.
If it is a physical fight, the police will get involved.
You talking about the physical fight? We talking about before it got physical for me to be in that whooping asses.
I said in the beginning, because I don't know how you miss it. I said there's a physical altercation. I said there's bullying. What are you going to do? And then I gave you examples. So
if they got in a physical altercation, by the time it happens at school, guess what? They're calling me and that parent in. And by that time, I will let you know if your kid put her finger loving hands on my child again, we got a problem.
In your life, how many fights did you get into at school?
Oh shit, all of them.
Hold on, how many you got into? Only one. How many fights you got into away from school?
Exactly.
So if your little ones are walking home from school and they get into an altercation, that is a fight. They still consider that a fight on school premises because it's after school. So if you go back to the school the next day and that get reported that there was a physical altercation, both of those children can get suspended for 10 days and get carried over there to the youth detention center. That's what they're doing in schools right now. So when it becomes physical, your child can go to jail. It's called.
I come get out. I sign out. No pressure.
We're not talking about that.
I would never tell my kid if somebody hit you and you'd have made it a crystal clear not to be tearing asses up. I would never.
Me neither.
You gotta beat that ass and stay home with auntie. What's up?
You gotta get that lick back. You gotta get that lick back.
Stay home with auntie.
I'm with it. Don't put your hand on my child.
Listen, I'm telling you. You want to see me get gangster? Fuck with one of my kids. I go to jail, no problem.
Hey, Savon.
But
oh my goodness, I came in. TeAma is not playing.
If your niece is being bullied and somebody is jumping on them after school, what is your go-to? What you do?
Wait. Wait, what?
Exactly.
See, this is when I can't be corporate or professional because I'm gonna want her to rally up all her cousins is in their age group and whoop their asses. And they mammies and peppies bet not jump into it because that's what I need. I'm gonna want a taste of that. I'm gonna call my cousins and my uncles.
Let me tell you a story. This happened right here in West Palm Beach. A man got sentenced to 5 years in prison. His daughter was getting bullied, right? And one day, his daughter got off the bus, and the girl beat his daughter up. So she went and got her dad. Her dad made his daughter go back to the bus stop and beat that girl ass.
Why he get 5 years for that?
I'm finna tell you why. Because what this law considered that to be is condoning violence. Once his daughter, once his daughter left and went home, and she told you what went on, if you did not go to the police and report it, and you take that child back to the scene and cause your child to fight, you are advocating violence. He had a felony on. Listen, he already had a felony on his record. He had already been in prison once, and he made those girls fight.
Wow. Well, see, that's crazy.
Now me, I might be getting booked in because I'm not with that. You bullying my kid.
I mean, so that's what I was about to say. I'm just gonna have to make sure the house is put up for sale because ain't nobody gonna pay for it. The cars that are paid for, we're gonna make sure we put them in storage. The one that's still being paid for, well, let's go on to it voluntary repossession. Unless my aunt or my sister or bae want to pay for it, he can. Because my mama then should have been charged because baby, she would lock that door. And be like, if you don't go out there and whoop that ass, I'm gonna beat your ass.
I grew up like that too. I definitely grew up like
that. In the house.
Don't come in this house crying.
Don't come in here. Now she may be like, okay, we'll call the police, and if them hoes don't do nothing, then it's gonna be an incident.
But see, it's okay. Say, Vaughn, it's okay. Once you see, but that's the thing. Once you make the initial report, the law automatically falls on your side because you have paperwork and documentation that shows that your child has been being bullied and that other people will not stop. So now it goes to self-defense.
Well, this was a blessing that I came in here tonight because we finna act like Karen and we gonna make reports. And then when they don't do nothing, because we know that they're not. When they don't do nothing, now it's gonna be, well, we've tried it the right way. You've told a teacher, you told a superior, we've made a report. They didn't do anything. Now it's time to beat that whole ass. Excuse me, I don't mean to call that baby a hoe. It's time to beat that ass.
Now, in the midst of all of that, what you just said, right?
Oh shit, we can't say that. We can't say that because we don't want Anthony's channel to be like we condoning violence and he.
Now listen, ain't no
we ain't condoning violence. We condoning raising our kids without being bullied and scarred and trauma for life.
So see, hey, now Savon, now after all of that you said, I roll with you and TeAma on that. in the black community, if you went and did all of that, what you said you done, you went and reported it to the principal, you went and reported it to the teacher, the Board of Education.
Look,
you
his
went
voice
to the police
changed. It's the voice
department.
change for me.
Because he's gonna say you snitching. Listen, it's leading up to
everything. We
snitching.
see where this is going.
No, you don't win a report. You done did everything you're supposed to do.
Look,
I cannot fuck with you.
In the black community,
yeah.
What are you then?
I'm a snitch, and guess what? I'm a snitch. I'm a snitch. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm gonna take that because when you come to my house dealing with me like a snitch, me and my family finna whoop your ass. So this is the snitch. Now you gonna be, excuse me, the person that got your ass beat by the snitch. So girl, don't give me that label. Leave me alone.
Okay.
But what I was trying to get out of that is we as a black race have glorified don't snitch to where it takes away and like I was telling TeAma, in black communities, when you keep it real and you go down and hold it and go do 4, 5, 10 years for a nigga for a charge that had nothing to do with you. When you come back on the street, you're considered a legend.
Girl, you stupid. You're
a legend.
You're broke. You're broke.
Nigga talking about, hold on. Nigga talking about TeAma held it down for 10 years. She didn't even do it.
Well, and who paid TeAma's mortgage for 10 years? Now she's got to stay with her auntie because y'all hoes didn't hold the legend's mortgage down.
Now, hold on. I'm finna go somewhere. Just let me pour you a little tea. I'm about to pour you a little tea.
Let me get my cup.
Get it together.
I cannot with this motherfucker here.
So now the people that you went and did them 10 years for, you know what I'm saying? You've been gone 10 years, you come out in the black community, you're considered a god, you're considered a legend. But for some black people who use the head, there are some black people that look at you and say, you know what? That individual a damn fool. There's no way I would have went and did 10 years for keeping it real.
It does depend on the situation. If I'm in a situation where it's wrapped with some people and my family's taken care of, and when I get out, I'm taken care of, that's a whole, and I'm in a better situation I was, but that's a little different because there are some situations where you take that rap and your family is taken care of and you good, that's different. But if ain't nobody doing that shit and your family is struggling and your kids got to be in foster care, fuck that. Forget that. We're snitching. Okay,
let me tell you, I think the word snitch over the years got misconstrued. Like if let's say me and you, we in the mall, bitch, me and you didn't discuss nothing about stealing.
Right.
But bitch, I'm with you and you stealing. There's
and
no fucking way. I would tell you straight up, whatever that bitch got going on, if you didn't see it on me, don't ask.
Well,
we all in here together, but bitch, if you willingly knew what was going on, and you knew what's going on, you get caught, your fucking mouth's supposed to be shut.
Yeah.
So do.
If you was a willing participant,
your
fucking mouth's supposed to be wired shut.
Yep. Now I tell my friends,
put me in
don't do nothing,
and you did not verify a check with me on my life before you co-sign me into some shit. I'm not no snitch. I'm that bitch that ain't gonna be dumb enough to follow your
ass. I told it in your face.
I want you to be clear on TeAma definition of snitching. If me and you did a crime together and we both knew what we was doing, you don't get caught. TeAma finna ride. She finna ride till the wheels fall off for the death of me. If you write me, see me not in prison, nor with my shit, it was just me. But no, we saw you with somebody. Bitch, that was Casper. You ain't know Casper was my friend.
The girl crazy.
I won't give you shit. But if you put me in something I did not know, your ass is going down.
Yeah,
if
and that's
I
not
know
how I
for
feel
sure
about
you
it.
fucking fuck
That's
with an
not
old
snitching.
lady, the elderly, or a kid, and I know, bitch, you going to jail. If I don't kill you first, you going to jail.
My
So choose
friends
your
already
poison.
know. It's transparent. You don't have to waste your time with those words. We've had that discussion.
I got
I've worked too
rules.
hard. I tell them all the time, I have more to lose than you. And if I'm not out here doing something to willingly lose my shit, I'm not letting you. So
preach.
That's all I'm saying. That's it. So don't do nothing around me that I don't know about and don't think I'm a girl. Look, I don't look good in prison
Hey, Bob,
unless it's for me doing something.
Let me ask y'all a question then on this scenario. Let's say you had, all of us have some friends or cousins or something that do a little side work.
Yeah.
And your cousin, they do a little side work, but he also or she also is the fun cousin, and everybody love going over to that cousin house or that brother house.
Yeah.
And y'all over there partying. I'm talking about shaking your ass.
Yeah.
Yes. And everybody in the house, I'm talking about everybody in that bitch blowing it. I'm talking about, ooh, it's so stinking there. But you don't do none of that, but you still enjoy being part of the. And y'all in there vibing, and ain't nobody doing that, and they raid the house.
Well, we fucked up.
Do you tell on him? Because you know whose house it is.
We fucked up.
But they go in there and find 3 keys of cocaine.
We fucked up. In that situation, that was a situation that I walked in, I knew what I was getting into. We fucked up.
We fucked up.
You paid that charge.
We fucked up. Listen, I already know the way it is. You tell me, look, I don't know nothing. We fucked up.
You see what Kamal said?
I let everybody know if you do some dumb right, but if you know they doing some, tell me before. So I'm not about. Otherwise, I'm telling everybody. I get that, but this situation is a little different. This is that family member or that friend or whomever that you already know they do that stuff. See, the rule should be if you know they doing that stuff, and that's what the rule is today. When I was younger, in my 20s, I was over to those people's house, honey. I was doing my thing, honey. I was having a good old time, and then let's just be very clear: the boys will get a little drunk, a little high, baby, and I was even prettier, bitch. So there it is, okay? However, as I've gotten older, I have more to lose. So now it's like, girl, listen, I'm not coming by, but listen, we're going to have dinner on Sunday over to so-and-so house who ain't doing all that shit. You are more than welcome to come through.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that now. But when I was younger, absolutely. I even had friends that they how do I say it? They love to party.
Exactly.
My thing is party, but don't have party favors on you when you enter my car. Okay.
Exactly.
Make sure your party favors they're
disposed
done.
of.
Make sure they're gone.
Don't bring no tools. Don't bring your tools with you. None of that.
Nothing.
Because if they find your tool, if you get in my shit and they find your tool after you knew my rule,
I'm telling
the
on you.
police ain't gotta worry about nobody telling because the fight is going to ensue.
Yeah,
right there in front of the
You
police.
going for a whole nother different charge.
It is what it is. Oh my God, what is that? Did you all of that? I'm doing it all because you knew my rules. So
say when I get through fighting, I ain't never had to tell. Cause get what he gonna say? That damn show like here, that motherfucker fighting. That motherfucker so goddamn hard about that goddamn bitch being in that goddamn car. That is not his.
Now I'm gonna have to charge you with assault, but we're not gonna charge you.
I'll go for that. Okay. You're not gonna put that stem on me.
Right.
You're not gonna put that on me.
Right. Yeah. No, I can't. Yeah. I'm real for like I don't judge you for doing what you do. Just don't do it around me, okay? Please and thank you.
Let me show y'all.
For all y'all that's out there listening, I want y'all to know that snitching thing is levels to it. If I agreed and I'm well aware of, that is your bag to hold.
Well,
you
and
don't
then
know shit. You got me fucked up. I ain't riding for nothing. I ain't have no.
But then
no
let's also be clear, honey. If I don't really know you, honey. I don't owe you shit. So, girl, it ain't like we've been friends since we was in school, since we was babies. We grew up together. Girl, I've known you for 5 years. I am 44 years old, girl. I don't owe you nothing. I had a whole 30 some odd years before you, girl. No, ma'am. No.
Well, check this out. I got. Let's move along. I got 5 more videos in the back, but I don't even know what these other 5 are. The other ones I knew. These 5, I can't remember what they are. So let's just see what this video is.
Oh Lord!
You gotta take notes,
right?
This shit crazy.
President Trump expressed interest in buying Greenland.
And he went out and bought a big yacht. And he had a very interesting life. I won't go any more than that because you're Boy Scout, so I'm not going to tell you what he did.
The price tag for President Trump's July 4th salute to America is more than $5.3 million.
Members at Mar-a-Lago are influencing how President Trump runs the Department of Veterans Affairs.
I gave him the kind of funeral that he wanted. I didn't get thank you. That's okay. He's looking down. He'd be something. Maybe he's looking up. I don't know.
Appearing to push aside the Prime Minister of Montenegro to get in front for a photo.
Girl.
No, I just skip that one. Let's see what this one is.
Okay, because he.
Baby, grab my phone from over there right quick.
I ain't grab it.
Let's get the phone.
I don't see no phone. Mama, what is phone at? You should have got your own phone. I don't see no phone. It's a purse. I don't see no phone. Ain't no purse. It's a grocery bag. Where's your phone? I'm gonna have somebody call your phone. What your phone look like? This purse laying on me thick. Mama, you gotta come find your own phone. You got an iPhone or Android? This beyond me. This a phone. Somebody call Mama phone. That's a sticky situation. Where is your phone? Phone man, yes, me. Where's your phone at? Mama, you gonna have to find your own phone. Ain't no phone down here. Boy, what the hell out? Wait, it's on my phone right here. You're right. Look, you're late. That phone was right there. That phone was right there. Don't have me looking at this. You need to clean your purse out.
And it be like
now
that.
y'all
That's
know
funny.
how high his tone was. We all would have got slapped the fuck down.
First of all, the first time you would have seen something come flying your way.
I'm talking
And you
about
was in my purse too long.
So it was
Sometimes
just
black
you need
mama
to come
purse
get
is.
your own phone. Son would have hit you in the back of the.
Yeah.
Everything be in the black mama purse.
But his mama had it all in there.
Okay.
But that do be facts. You ever pick up your mama purse and you be like, damn, you go to the gym every day, huh?
Yeah. Everything.
Is this a purse or a diaper bag?
Savon, I don't know if you saw the latest challenge that's going on YouTube and TikTok. TeAma's gonna give us a. Did you see the video I showed earlier?
Is it the silhouette challenge?
No, not the
No,
silhouette.
the busted challenge.
Girl, I'm so tired of that damn challenge. But it's been so creative.
Bust it, is you fucking?
Okay, she did that.
So Savon, I need a video from you. So you and TeAma.
For what? A busted video?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, my knees are bad. I can't do that no more. I won't be able to get it back up. You'll see me go down, and you'll see a scene with me in the bed sleep. That would be the busted challenge. I talk about some girl. I'm too old for that. I need some titanium for that.
So you're gonna be the busted. You're gonna be the broken challenge.
The broke down challenge. I did think about doing one. I might do it, but it ain't gonna be what everybody think it's gonna be, girl. It's gonna be crazy, but yeah. If I can figure it out, I'll do it.
See, I'm gonna say hers will be up Tuesday.
Ooh.
I told you Tuesday.
You said you gonna have it
by
done
the end of the week.
You said you was gonna have it done by the time the
oh my
size
God.
matter work.
You just want to see my challenge. I got you.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm rooting for you.
But here's another video.
I can't wait.
Here's another video.
Hey, my sweet babies. Hey, my sweet babies. Good morning, grand rising, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you may be, baby. Hey to you, my sweet baby. So y'all know I like to share shit with y'all, right? That I done dealt with. Okay, so baby girl sitting over here with her face like I don't know what the fuck Nikki is getting ready to say out of her mouth, because I told her I was in my feelings this morning. I am in my damn feelings. I'm in my feelings, y'all. So I had a conversation this morning with an 80-year-old woman. And when I tell y'all, baby, this 80-year-old woman was giving me some shit so straight and so real with no damn chaser. When I tell you this 80-year-old woman, baby, was so honest. She was so, and I mean that brutal 80-year-old honesty. Fuck your feelings, bitch. This is what I need to say to you. Oh, baby, I was standing in that bathroom getting myself together like, well, wait a minute, bitch. Okay, I'm going to be respectful because you 80. But I'm trying to hold myself because she wasn't saying nothing but some real shit. And you know why I really love the toughie? Because goddamn it, she was using my words. She was using the spiciest words. I said, say that shit. I so enjoyed that conversation. I so enjoyed that conversation with that 80-year-old woman because she was pouring into my 53-year-old soul, saying to me the shit that if I want to get to 80, this the journey and the path you gonna have to take. Now, ain't shit promised, tomorrow ain't promised. However, if you do everything in your power to get you there, then you've done your part. And when she got finished talking to me, through that conversation, I laughed, I cried, she made me think, she made me stronger. And I'm grateful for that 80-year-old voice. And do you know who that 80-year-old woman was? It was me. It was me. I had the most amazing conversation with my 80-year-old self. And oftentimes when I've done interviews, people have said to me, what would you say to your younger self? No one's ever said to me, what would you say to your older self? So that bitch appeared this morning while I was in the shower. She said, good morning, Monique. I said, good morning. She said, this is me. I said, well, who the fuck is me? She said, you. So now I'm in the shower thinking I'm going out my motherfucking mind because I know goddamn well ain't nobody in this bitch but me. And then she said, you ain't going crazy, bitch. It's you and me. So my sweet sisters, talk to your older self if you get the opportunity. And see what she gonna say to you. Because mine has said some shit to me this morning that has motivated me and inspired me and given me a strength that I can't even explain to y'all. So talk to her. Talk to her, sisters. And please, get in your goddamn feelings. That's what's going to help. I know me. I had to get in my goddamn feelings. I had to get in my feelings so she could get in my feelings. I love us for real, y'all. And I'm just sharing with y'all what is working for me. Still got my challenges. I ain't bitch. Okay. Shit. That's why the bitch came to me this morning. That bitch said, good morning, Monique. Let your older girl say good morning to you. I love y'all for real, my babies.
I love me some Monique, first of all.
Me too.
I
That's
do.
my girl.
But if my 80-year-old self come talk to me in the shower, bitch, I'm gonna pass the fuck out.
She better be saying some shit that I need to hear. I know that because I know what my 80-year-old self would say to me, and I ain't trying to hear that shit right now.
Honey, I can't.
Go ahead, Legacy.
Monique is definitely the queen of comedy for me. She definitely is. But I will say this. This turmoil that she has went through since she won that Oscar for Precious, and the shit that she has gone through with Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate about her money, and then on top of that, Netflix. Monique has aged tremendously in the last 7 years.
Like she did a run for presidency.
I mean, Monique, I'm talking about let's go 8 years ago, Monique was, I'm talking about, remember maybe 8 years ago, Monique had her own nighttime talk show.
I mean, I don't know if she's aged because to me, I was looking at her skin in that video. It looks great. The only thing she's done is let her gray hair show. She's been covering her gray hair though for years.
Yeah.
Listen, that woman is 53.
Mm-hmm.
And before she started going through that, I understand she could have been dying it, but the woman, if you go back and look 5, 8, 6 years ago at a picture of Monique and compare her now, you can see how the industry of blackballing her the way that they did and stopping her coins, as she said, from coming in, have affected her to the utmost, because Monique has had a lot of individuals, not just Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, Lionsgate, and Netflix, to turn their back on her. Almost everybody who's ever wanted to make money, who wanted to do anything with Monique. If you was a comedian, an actor, actress, if you associate yourself with Monique, you disassociate yourself from those individuals.
Yeah,
and those
it's
are
blackballed by association.
Huh?
It's blackballed by association, but I
True.
definitely think, but that's what happens to anybody who has a voice outside of the common areas.
For sure.
And I think we need those people still, and that's why to this day, if she come to town and she want to charge $150 or $200 for her tickets, I'm gonna take my black ass there because of the fact that I feel like it needs to be said. A lot of people, that's the new way of holding. I won't say slavery, but it is a new way to hold yourself back if they get into your coin. They know if they support. Look what happened to Steve Harvey when he just wanted to have a heart-to-heart conversation when his sister on his show. Ever since that show, he was trying to appease to her other side, but while also saying, I get what you're saying, and what you're saying is not wrong. It's just how you go about doing it. They didn't even like that, so they had to show him who the hell they were. And look at everything.
Hold on, Say. That's not why they went after Steve, because to me, Steve slandered Monique in that meeting when he had Monique on the show. He didn't respect Monique in that. They needed another Negro. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
This is my thing. Why Steve started going down the trouble he was, a lot of people didn't know that the name, I think NBC has had the Steve Harvey show. And what happened was Steve Harvey had blew the show up, and he was like number 2 or 3 on talk show. So Steve Harvey went to go and renegotiate his terms of the show with NBC. And Steve Harvey wanted, I think the show was what, the Harvey Show? Whatever it was called. He wanted to name he wanted it to be named Steve Harvey Show or whatever. But NBC didn't want to do that. So he told them he wasn't going to sign the contract if they did not do that, because he wanted it to be up under his brand. So after he did that, and then after he did that, And you know, he got the backlash from pretty much what you said, how people felt about him. They just went on ahead and took Little Big Shot and the Steve Harvey show from him because he did that in such distaste. You gonna tell a woman who's fighting, whom you look at as your friend, as your sister, that you have to play the game and not the moral game, and that he couldn't see himself, you know, standing up for her, even though he knows she was wrong. I mean, he knew she was right, but he couldn't stand up and force or try or chance the opportunity of those same individuals cutting his check off. This is what bothers me. But this is what bothers me, Bob. If you already got multiple coins, Steve Harvey net worth is about $35 million. You already got coins. You have to be willing to say, okay, I got enough coins so I can stand with Monique. Because
so I think we're saying the same thing. I think we're saying the same thing, but differently. Okay. I wasn't shocked by any of that. What he did to me on that show was prove her case.
Right.
That's why I don't feel like he dogged her. Now, that may have been a shock to her, but the way he handled that situation and the way he handled her, and then some of the things that he said also shot himself in the foot. When he made little comments like, these white boys and these white folks don't want to see you do this, you were talking about the very same people that were supporting you as well in that arena. So that affected you as well as they were willing to lose the money and the marketing and everything else that came along with the Harvey show to teach you a lesson, to also show you their hand in power.
Yep.
In addition to that, and then what it did, it showed Monique, what you just said, I can't go up against them. That's exactly what she's been saying. And I knew before they even had that interview, she was telling the truth.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt like it didn't, it wasn't a dog for me. Because I feel like when people show me their colors, no, that was an aha moment for me. I appreciate that. Because now I know you one of them too. I can't really fuck with you either.
Yep. And I learned so much about Steve. I remember a lot of people never knew that before Bernie Mac died, Bernie Mac had became the best comedian on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And at that time, Steve was at the top of his game too. And Cedric the Entertainer was.
Mm-hmm.
So neither one of those were better than Bernie. So remember when Bernie Mac did his act on King of Comedy talking about the white people don't want to give him no television show?
Yep.
About the kids and all that. That whole Bernie Mac show was based off of that one comic act that he did on Kings of Comedy.
It was, yep.
And it took Bernie Mac to a new stratosphere because he started being in movies like Ocean 11, Ocean 13. He was in films that he was the only black man, him and the black dude that played Iron Man on Iron Man. I forgot. But anyway, they're the only two black dudes that actually play on Ocean 11, 12, and 13. But what a lot of people don't know that Bernie Mac got the part for the Mac show. Do you know that this is what made him and Steve fall out? Steve Harvey agent went and told Steve that Bernie Mac had got his own television show based off that comic that he did. And Steve Harvey had his agent reach out to the people who came out with the Bernie Mac show and told them that he felt offended that they would not even give him an opportunity to audition for the show. Now, nigga, this is supposed to be your friend.
First of all, everybody has a season. Why would you even do that? But see, this is the type of stuff this is that crab in a bucket mentality that we do at times. And even if that was the case, his agent told him, okay, cool, I appreciate it. Thank you for telling me. I'm happy. I'm gonna send over a congratulations, this, that, and the other to him because he deserved it. We're working hard. Collaborate together.
The more you make, the more I make. You opening doors for each other.
All of us came up from that. That's the same thing with the Queens of Comedy. I love the Queens of Comedy.
Yep.
And did you notice every on the Queens of Comedy, all the women held each other accountable to pull each other up. I don't know.
Yep.
That's why I say black people, we need to be held accountable. Nobody is holding us back more than what we doing.
That's right.
But
I
it
swear.
just came full circle for me. And a lot of people may not believe in that Illuminati stuff. I don't know if it's true.
I believe it has some depth to it, but how deep it goes.
But it's just amazing to me that after Bernie Mac died, Steve Harvey, shot places that he wouldn't have probably got like that, because the world like super loved Bernie Sanders. I mean, not Bernie Sanders, but Bernie Mac to a degree that the
like
word
Bernie Sanders now, while he sit there looking the way he looked.
Listen, they loved him so much that the word motherfucker became a household word across the nation.
Yes.
Listen to Black
That's
House.
how great that man was, that if you could talk like him for 1 minute, your mama will let you say the cuss word, motherfucker. You can get away with it because you did Bernie Mac.
My mama was still gonna beat your ass, bro.
Absolutely. After she get done laughing at you, go on and get that belt.
Don't do it.
Okay. Go get that switch. Yeah.
But no, you know which comedian let you know what it really was? Dave Chappelle.
I love Dave.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle did not hold no blows. That is when I really figured out it is something to this whole Illuminati.
He stepped away. When he got to that point, he was like, "Man, look, I'm not finna charter on these territories," and he walked away from $60 million. And
the
guess
hell
what?
you will make me bow down to anything but my Lord and Savior.
The thing with Dave, when Dave became the king of comedy, Dave, who was he up under? It wasn't Netflix at the time, but he was working with somebody with the Chappelle show, and they made an agreement. It was who?
Comedy Central.
Okay, Comedy Central. Dave Chappelle contract was for him to make Comedy Central $50 million. Dave Chappelle made Comedy Central $500 million.
And he had complete creative control.
Complete. And Dave Chappelle was supposed to have gotten half of the $500 million. There was a clause in there, and I never heard it before, but Dave came out and talked about it when he finally came back to the United States and started doing it again. They had a clause in there that said because he made so much money that they only have to give him 10% of what he made. And that if he wanted to get another 60 million, he had to come back and re-sign with who they are, Savon? Comedy Central. Yeah, that's how Dave should. So Dave told him, fuck him. He was not going to do that. And he packed up everything, he left to go to Africa. Dave said he got on the phone, was talking to these people, and the people told Dave, fuck what you talking about. The people don't have to understand the truth, because the truth is what we say it is. Because by the time you get where you're going, the people in the United States will think that you're smoking crack. Dave said by the time he got off the plane, land, and his wife turned on the TV, it was a whole firestorm where the people were saying Dave Chappelle went to Africa to smoke crack, and the people thought Dave Chappelle quit to go smoke drugs in Africa. These motherfuckers control the media, they control the airwaves, they control everything.
What you think?
What I think, anytime a man will tell you straight up, it wasn't what they wanted from me. It's something that I do not even own to give to them. That's your soul.
Yeah.
Only thing that you have that you do not own is your soul.
And see, my thing, the
Case
dirt
in
of it
point,
all.
it spooked me and I ran the other way.
How in the hell are you gonna say once I make a certain amount of money that you only have to pay me 10%? You've made more than you set out to make. It's only fair.
Right.
But that's that stuff that I'm talking about. They have the history of having generational wealth, and they have people in their corner that know how to write these contracts a certain kind of way. And then we get lawyers who we think are on our side, but they're really on their side because they have these back end deals you don't know about, and they want to be able to still work with these networks as an agent or things of that nature. So they'll sell your ass over for it. You know what I'm saying? So you get in a situation. I'm extreme. I didn't understand at the time why he did that, but I knew that the amount of money that was behind it, I knew it took guts and it took power to do it. And to this day, they didn't hurt him as much as they think they did because he was able to come back and get a Netflix special and get all this money. And they worked or did
for $200 million.
You know what I'm saying? So he still got his. You know, but that's why I also understood why Monique felt the way she felt too, because to be very honest, she's worth the penny. And most people, I have not heard just her, but I've heard a lot of the female, not the male, the female actresses that once they win an Oscar, it is like a reversal curse for them. People don't want to pay them the money that they should be, paid because of the fact that they have won this award and life changed. And it's not just for the blacks, for the whites too. It happens to both. They talk about that curse.
Halle Berry and Angela Bassett.
Not as much, but they all talk about how wonderful this life is going to change for you. And it did the exact opposite. And she said it wasn't about the money. I agreed for you to pay me $50,000 for this movie. And I did $50,000 plus worth of work on it, which she did. Quit expecting me to give you more when you making more. It's only pay the woman.
Yeah, they got pissed because they want after when she did Precious. They really didn't think that Precious was gonna be as. It's kind of like how they did Black Panther. It's kind of like how they did Black Panther. They only had a budget for Black Panther for like maybe $10-20 million, and it exuberated way more money. Then Black Panther made almost like $200 billion or something like that worldwide. It was like the #1 movie forever. But Precious was just like that too.
Yep.
And when Monique won the Oscar is the top of the food chain trophy that you would want to receive.
Right.
Yeah.
It's supposed to take your stardom to put you with the elite of the elite.
Yes.
For its acting. So if you are at the top of the food chain for acting and you want an Oscar, that means last year if you was getting paid $2 million to act and you don't want an Oscar, you should be at $10 million this year coming up.
That's the way it should be.
Say what I say?
That's the way it should be. That's the way it is for other people, for the men actors in the industry.
Like and they're black people stop
they don't
acting
even
like
have
Oprah
to win an
Winfrey is
Oscar.
our it, because she is not down for y'all.
But let's look at this because it's crazy because I'm glad we're talking about this. Let's look at the roles that the black people have had to play to win an Oscar. Now, Monique won an Oscar
for being a fucked up ass mama.
Before Halle Berry, she won an Oscar before Denzel Washington, or right after Denzel. But let's look at how Halle Berry didn't win her first Oscar until she played in Monsters Ball. And she had to be fucked by a white dude on the scene, which was Billy Bob Thornton. You want out of all these good roles, Catwoman, Raising Isaiah, anything phenomenal and great as a black person, we don't win Oscars. This motherfucker was a nasty, dirty tramp in this movie, and Billy Bob Thornton fucked her,
Killed the baby daddy.
And she got an Oscar for that. Now let's go talk about Denzel Washington, the great Denzel Washington. The man supposed to have at least 40 goddamn Oscars by now. It's nothing that he acted in that Denzel has not embodied the individual or character that he's
Cornbread
playing.
Earl and Me would be my favorite.
That was a good one too. You going way back. Now, this Joker played in Remember the Titans, Crimson Tide, I'm talking about Mighty Quinn, Dance with a Blue Devil, I'm talking about Bone Collector.
The Titan.
On and on. As soon as this
Training
Negro,
Day.
Training, no, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
A low-down dirty car. Killing niggas, smoking weed, drinking on the job, shooting niggas. These motherfuckers say, today you became an Oscar winner. And then we talk about Monique. Monique played this part better than she probably should have played it. Because I hated Monique after watching Precious.
Let me tell you, she played that. We all got some family members like this, so we pulled out some folks that we know.
Exactly, and she embodied that better than anybody could have played that part. And she got an Oscar for being a low-down, dirty, nasty mama instead of being the type of mama she was on the Parkers, which was trying to get her daughter to graduate from college. She was trying to graduate from college. Even though it was funny and comedic, it still was something that was great to see Black folks ascending in the right direction. So anytime we play anything negative, dirty, dark, gloomy, you can win you an Emmy.
Let me tell you what I think. Let me hold on. So Legacy. Oh, wait. Let me make sure he's here.
Who you bringing out?
I'm just saying that you know how me and you, we are kindred spirits when it comes to this type of thing. And I feel like the reason that these people who have put out extraordinary work won Oscars for these roles were to set a message to say these are the roles you need to be going after and to keep you in a category of acting. Because the roles that they've done in other things that now for Monique, she embodied this role. And it's because, you know, she's a comedian. No one really thought that she would be able to come in and take a serious role like this. She showed us range that we didn't expect. However, for Halle Berry, and this is my opinion, for Halle Berry and Denzel Washington, they have played far more difficult roles with greater range and should have gotten an Oscar for. So you're right. It's funny that the low down dirty roles.
I never noticed it.
I've always thought that. I'm like, oh my God. So all the stuff that they've done, and this is the role. And I saw Monsters, was it with Monsters Ball or something? And I ain't gonna lie to you, I still don't fucking understand it.
I literally threw up in my mouth.
I don't understand it still. I was like, girl, what? Girl, I think you should have won an Oscar for Saving Isaiah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I was like, girl, I still, and I watched it one time and I said, I can't watch this again because I don't get it.
I went to the movies to see it. I was hella pissed. The Black Panther in me was hella pissed.
So that's always been my spin. I was glad that they won it, but I was just like, okay, girl.
But by that time she knew he was an officer that was at that prison, that worked at that prison. The idea that you know that somebody you love that gave birth to your child, nigga, you worked there. So when they pulled the plug, you wear the uniform that killed him. As far as I'm concerned, all y'all motherfuckers killed them.
And that's you know what you just said. But wait a minute, TeAma, you just said a word that I was like, oh, because I was like, I'm so lost on that movie that I didn't even make that relation.
Okay, so in Monster Ball, P. Diddy was her son that got hit by the car. That was her baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they went to go see him literally The dude she had sex with was the one that pulled the plug.
Oh,
then her prejudiced ass daddy, like, literally made you feel less than.
Girl, I was just.
TeAma, you don't.
Listen,
TeAma,
I
you
can't
don't
watch
need to
the
watch
movie
it
because the
anymore.
psychiatrist in me, I'd be like dumbfounded.
You don't need to watch it anymore.
I would never watch it again. What you mean?
Don't watch it anymore.
but no, that movie had me big pissed. Like big pissed.
Well, check out this video.
Have a nip tell me he's not moving off my driveway?
She called someone the N-word without even blinking an eye.
I called that.
This Lee County woman is proving racism runs deep in Southwest Florida. The hate hurled at two men trying to work.
You can't use that language. I can use the word oh god mother harassing us.
It is the new stunning video you're seeing right now at 11. I'm Peter Bush.
And I'm Brenna White. It's hard to listen to this disgusting language, but the woman spewing it says it's her right. Tonight, only NBC2's Gage Goulding gets the response from the men she verbally attacked.
Yeah, Brenna, Peter, this video, it's absolutely shocking. It happened on Saturday and was a portion. It was all captured on a cell phone. That video posted to social media where hundreds are now speaking out in anger.
And if you think I'm gonna have a tell me he's not moving off my driveway?
A racist rant all over a truck parked on the road. Will Osley and Melvin Finley own a moving company. On Saturday, they were in Lee County unloading a truck. That's when this woman, Gina Brashear, got mad that the truck was blocking the road.
Me and him are on the back of the truck. We're still working. We're still unloading the sheets of metal onto the pallet. We start hearing this commotion on the other side of the truck, just getting louder and louder and more intense.
That's the moment when the customer, who didn't want to speak to me out of fear, starts capturing this video. In 30 seconds, Brashear unloading a racist rant.
And if you think I'm gonna have a tell me he's not moving off my driveway, I can use the word oh god mother.
That wasn't it.
Good, the cops are coming. Tell them I called y'all what the ever. I didn't call y'all. I called that
Say that
now
for your
I
trailer.
can't say. Please bring it to me in writing.
She screamed the N-word 6 times in just half a minute.
I've been, insulted before. It's nothing new to me. But this time around, it's a little, I don't know, it just feels a little different. It feels bigger than me.
I went to Brashear's home. She didn't want to come out to talk on camera, but she spoke with me on the phone.
And over the course of the video,
say it 100 times in 30 seconds. There's nothing illegal about saying it.
do you feel that it's okay to use that derogatory word?
Absolutely. Do I have reasons to be racist? Absolutely, I do.
I asked her about people calling her racist online.
One thing you need to get straight from coming from me. I don't care who's upset. I don't care that I'm called a racist.
To Melvin and Will, this is bigger than just affecting them, and they hope it's the catalyst of change.
It's 2021, man. I don't know. We have a very long way to go. We have not come as far as we claim. We have a long way to go.
Yeah, Will and Melvin wanted to tell this story to open the eyes of everyone here in Southwest Florida, both saying this is the last thing they ever expected. In the studio tonight, Gage Goulding, NBC2.
No, it ain't. It ain't the last thing you ever expected. And let me tell you something about Helen Keller, honey. Her ass come from old money. That's why she gives zero fucks. Because she knows that nothing is going to happen to her wealth and her withstanding in that community today. And this is nothing new. Everybody who knows her knows she feels this way. That's why she gives zero fucks. People, I say it all the time, people do not fear what you think. They fear consequences. So she knows there's not going to be any consequences to her that she gives a damn about.
Right.
Yep. She still can go to the country club.
She can still do what she wants because the people that she's around who influences her life feel the same way, know how she feels, and it's been okay. And she's right. There's nothing illegal about saying what she's saying. It's unethical. You shouldn't say it. It's not something. It's something that we frown upon, or most people pretend to frown upon. But she is. I appreciate her giving zero fucks because she lets us know the truth. She don't care. It ain't nothing for the. I'm gonna go to my grave feeling the way that I feel because ain't shit gonna change. My house is gonna be paid for. I'm still gonna eat. I'm still gonna have my privilege.
Period.
And there it is.
You got something to say, Legacy?
know, as much as I believe in humanity, we're humans before we're black. We're humans before we're female, male, lesbians, gay, straight, whatever you want to be. We're human before anything. I'm gonna just be honest. I never wanted to feel this way, but I do now. I've come to the grips that no matter what the hell we do, this is never going to stop, and this is never going to change. This is an ongoing here. And I'm gonna say this. I think one of the worst things that have ever happened to Black society is we wanted to integrate. We want to be everything that Black society want us not
You
to
gotta
be a
straighten
part
up.
of.
You messing up, Legacy.
Oh, it ain't messing up on my end. Is it messing up now?
You will sound like a robot for a minute.
Okay. I was saying, we as a Black race, the worst thing that we've ever done was wanted to be integrated. Because we want to be a part of everything that the white society say we can't have. Instead of saying, y'all can have that shit and we'll do what we always do, which is make greater and better, because we invented down there everything on this earth. Down there everything in the United States that is used to this day to make America what it is. And if we stop trying to be a part of their world, their society, their okay, and start to work on us and what we can have, then we'll be a better, stronger race of people. But until then, that shit where they tell you, oh, you can't have it just so you can go and buy it. Oh, you can't have that Ferrari. I'm gonna show this motherfucker I can afford this Ferrari. He said it for you to go buy it. It has been shown way back. There's a such thing as Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. It was a time as if the time that we are in now, with the amount of Black millionaires and billionaires that we have in the United States of America right now, it is equivalent to the time that the people built the Black Wall Street. And the white folks showed you just how powerful us taking our money out of their economic circle, what it did to them, to where that the black dollar meant so much and they were not getting one fraction of it in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in Black Wall Street, that the government had to have motherfuckers use crop dusters with gas canisters and fireballs to drop down and burn the whole city or the whole state or Tulsa or the whole, whatever you city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and burnt that bitch to the ground. And there has not been, the closest thing to Black Wall Street that has been recreated to a degree is Atlanta. Black folks have never became economically strong again to pull their resources together again to rebuild ourselves. It doesn't take much to open a bank. If you do the research, I think it's $275,000 for a cash cow to open up a bank. We have so many Black millionaires and billionaires now, but I know they are taught that with this wealth that you have achieved, you better not reach back and show these niggas how to make money. We have to stop worrying about what these motherfuckers say and get on our job and do what the fuck we've been doing, which is overcoming all the obstacles that they've placed since 400 years ago. We have to stop trying to be a part of their society and start building up our own society and our own race. Period.
Good luck on that.
Okay, well, check out this video. That was Trey Songz. He was at, I think, a Chiefs game, and he didn't have on a mask. And it was required that everybody in the facility wear a face mask unless you're eating and drinking. Well, he had been eating French fries like 15 minutes ago and was done eating. So everybody was like yelling at him around his circle saying, put your mask back on, put your mask back on. So Trey being Trey, the bouginess, didn't think he had to necessarily put his mask back on because I'm Trey. And who the fuck y'all talking to? So he didn't.
Okay.
So that was the results right there. The police came in, and I think they came like twice and told him to put his mask back on. And then they had to put their paws on him.
So case in point, that's when your dumb ass needed them handcuffs.
Right.
Because if it's the law and they told you it is what it is, and you thought you was above it, his ass deserved it.
He got to realize that he don't have old money.
If they trying to stop Corona and it look like that place is hella packed, why would you not want to cover yourself just based on you got a jet at home?
It was the AFC
You got a
championship.
toddler.
It was the AFC championship game. It wasn't packed like it normally be. People were spaced out, but you already knew.
Shit, it seemed like it was 100 people around him. You might want to replay that video.
I got the whole thing on my phone. It wasn't that they didn't allow that many people to come into the AFC championship game, but it was people there. But you talking about Arrowhead hold like 85,000 people.
But
So
even though he's a father of a 1-year-old, I would be trying to protect my jit. Okay, you want to go have fun, but when you take your yellow ass home, it's a baby, your girl there, your mama there.
Yeah.
Dumbass nigga, they shouldn't have had to tell you that. That's stupid as hell.
I mean, which little baby?
Yeah.
Trey Songz have a son.
It's the baby and little baby, Savon.
Yeah,
okay, well, the baby
Lil
and
Baby
little
is.
baby, I always only see the one that's like a 1-year-old that he's showing.
But my thing is,
no, I don't know, little
situation,
baby.
as
You know,
many
y'all
people-
know. Look, I done heard his music, but I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Well, that's true for me as well. But but you know what though? Like they seeing these people are being arrested for not following these laws. Like, why would it be an issue? If they say put your mask on, dude, just put it on.
Put the mask on, right?
It's simple.
Let me tell you, he had to have it on to walk in, so you knew rules of engagement.
From my understanding, when they walked up on him, the mask was around his neck. Now you pull it down, so because he pulled it down so he could eat. So when they approached him, he still had the mask around his neck.
But you were still done eating. Like I remember when I went to Vegas in December. First time I've gone anywhere, I was sitting there at the machine and I was drinking my cocktail. And older black lady who worked there, she was like, mask up. And I'm like, I'm drinking. She's like, no, I get it. Pull your mask down, take a sip, put your mask back up. Now I'm not gonna act for a second that I didn't have a split attitude because I was like, the fuck? But then I was like, yeah, it does make sense. I mean,
or get a straw.
Eat something, put it back on, put it back up. Like she trying to work, she ain't trying to get sick, and on top of that, she trying to keep me from getting sick too. So it was like, it ain't that serious.
Right. It's only a split second out of your time to just do what you know is right.
She wasn't mean. She wasn't rude. All thing she did was just mask up. And I was like, okay, but I also don't know protocol for every damn thing. So it was a teachable moment for me. I think he just felt in his privilege a little bit.
He did.
And he
And
privilegedly felt them
guess what they
handcuffs.
did say? Guess
Nigga,
what
it
they
don't
did?
matter how much money you have in this country, they'll throw them handcuffs on you.
They showed you that you still a nigga.
You still a nigga all day.
Oh my God.
They told you it don't matter how much money you got. When that time comes, they will show you my nigga.
Well,
period.
Do I have to be black to be here? No, you do not have to be black. You could be anything. I'm a
First
mutt.
of all, Eduardo, you need to watch my live from last week. I embrace our foreign friends.
Right?
And this one here is Panamanian, Jamaican, and Jew.
So come
Mazel
through.
tov.
But thank you for asking so you can know where you can be.
Yes, you're welcome, Eduardo. Check this video out. I don't. It's two more videos. I don't know what these
That
two
is
are.
too
So.
cute. I have to be black.
It's hard to never have stability. You know, never know when or where the next meal is coming from, when or where if the power is going to get shut off or turned on. Never know if the hotel itself is going to get shut down and when you're going to have to move, if you're going to have the money to move.
There's a lot of people that lost their jobs. They have nowhere else to go and they got to look for the cheapest way. The cheapest way is a hotel. And it's not cheap, but it's a hotel, it's a roof.
The Star Motel is a painful place to be. It is not a place suitable for people to live. It's a heartbreaking place. No one deserves to live at the Star Motel.
Even before the coronavirus pandemic, low-income areas of Orlando were plagued by a lack of affordable housing, with families packing into crumbling motels. The Star Motel in Kissimmee, which was in disarray before the pandemic hit, was pushed over the edge by the recent economic shutdown. The motel's owner abandoned it in December. Since then, residents have been left to run the place. The power has been shut off at least 4 times.
Call and tell her to come and see because they're shutting the power right now. Right now. Tell her to come and see it.
In early August, the electric company trucks were back again. The motel's residents needed to pay $1,500 to keep the power on.
Have you paid anything? Have you done anything for us?
Actually, I have no explorer because I just messaged him receipt from what I just paid on the last.
Right now.
I have it on Facebook too. Today is the due date.
This should have been paid on Friday. Like every other Friday, they have been paid because we went and got the money.
They gathered around the courtyard to figure out what to do.
If our kids go without light, it's because one of our sorry. Because my son don't want to hear that. How you let the lights go out? Huh? How am I going to tell Junior I let the lights go out, man? He can't come to me. My kids are the most main important thing in my life. Because I'm going to pipe this heat, but they ain't. All right. Everybody outside in front of me right now. Can all y'all put out $100? If you can't, please don't talk to me right now.
70, 80, 90, 100. That's 200.
Residents scrounged up enough money, but 5 days later, the power was shut off for good when the electric company asked them to pay $9,000 in back payments. Kathia Badio-Felio is a single mother who was forced from her home in Puerto Rico by Hurricane Maria. She rotates with her family from staying at the Star Motel and a transitional housing site which did not accept her dogs. She works a graveyard shift at Universal Orlando Resort. When the pandemic hit, the shutdown left her with fewer hours and less income.
I make $13 an hour. I get a $400 and something, $20 weekly. I have to make 3 times the income to get a house. And I'm head of household. Even if I were by myself with my daughter, I wouldn't make it because a 2-bedroom is not $1,200. A 2-bedroom is $1,400, it's $1,500. If you find low housing, you have like a 3-year wait. Minimum 6 months, but that will never happen because there's so many people looking for affordable housing right now that I have been told that it's a 3-year wait. So I expected to wait 3 years of homelessness before I ever get a chance of getting into affordable housing.
There are so many different
levels and so many different reasons why people are homeless. It's just they're caught between a hard place and a rock because most work at the theme parks. They're not being paid a livable wage, and I see the vicious cycle of maybe when tax time comes around, they'll be okay, and 2-3 months down the road, it's the same situation again. It's just Kissimmee is such a mess. It is such a mess.
Rose Juicino, a 17-year-old high school student, has lived at the Star Motel for 9 months, and her family has hopped from motel to motel for 7 years. She works at a Taco Bell to help her family, but was temporarily out of work when one of her coworkers tested positive for the coronavirus.
I feel like each year is getting worse. First, we were in like normal hotels, just normal ones, nothing special, nothing extravagant. Then the hotels started getting worse and worse and worse. And now we're at the Star, and that place is like hell on earth. Gunshots, music all night, everyone drinking and fighting and fussing and arguing over nothing. It's crazy. The people there are already going through hard times as it is, so they're already arguing and drinking on top of that, which is not making anything better. And then turning off the electricity, so now they have no AC, so their head is literally boiling. It's just gonna make them more mad, more frustrated. Even the smaller things that usually wouldn't bother them on a normal day is gonna start bothering them. Now there's more fights, more arguments. People are quicker to pull out their guns and shoot for no reason. Rather than maybe if we just had that little bit of AC, you could have somewhere to go chill when you're mad, in your room, cool down, literally.
Well, I think what the pandemic has done for our community and for our nation is to bring to light that we absolutely have an undercurrent of poverty in our community that many were not aware of. And so when you have restaurants and hotels and other places in our community of tourism and hospitality, when they're no longer able to have the base of clients they need to sustain, that's going to trickle down to a group that was already really, really struggling. And that's what we're seeing right now.
Rose and her family left the Star Motel after it lost power. They scraped up the last of their savings for a week's stay at the Magic Castle Inn and Suites.
I wish I was rich. You already rich. You're rich in personality, love, and family. We got a lot more than a lot of other people do. Be happy with what we got. You don't need to be rich.
But there's been moments where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna drop out and work. We need the money. And then other times where it's like, I'm just gonna quit my job, focus on school. I need to get my grades up. And then there's times where it's like, oh my God, I don't want to go to work. I'm so tired. Or I don't want to go to school. I'm so tired. But you have to. You can't just quit. You can't just stop.
We're hardworking people that want to make it. The hotels are just not people that use drugs. They don't want to get out of there. People that are comfortable or don't want to work. No, most of us, we're just trying to make it through and trying to find a better way of supplying to our kids and not end up without a roof under our heads.
No matter where we live, who we live by, or who we're friends with, it's just the environment we're in. A lot of people have a good head on their shoulders, just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they get judged for that. And that's wrong, because you don't know what that person's going through. Everybody sees, the smiles and the happiness, and nobody really sees what's underneath all of that, the pain and the agony and everything that everybody has to go through on a daily just to keep going.
So you mean to tell me they're in this hotel that's been abandoned?
Right.
So they don't have to pay to be there, obviously, because nobody's running it. They're running it themselves and trying to at least get money to keep the water and the lights on.
No, actually, they was yelling at the owner of the place. The owner of the place is just taking the money and ain't paying the bills.
I thought they said in the beginning that the owners abandoned it and left them there. I think that the person that they were yelling at was a designated person to handle.
Right. That's what it was.
That's what that was. The owner left.
The owner left. The owner abandoned the building.
That is my biggest
fear. You mean to tell me that the electric company dog asses. Here's the thing: you turn the lights off, you still not gonna get no damn money from it. So there's got to be grants or something that can help these particular
But
people.
see, Savon, this is what I didn't understand. This all took place.
You breaking up again.
You hear me now?
Talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Stated that because of the pandemic, water could not be discontinued, electricity could not be discontinued. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I think that's in a resident. That's not a resident though. That's a hotel. That's a business.
But because of the fact, because listen to what they said at the end. Even after the $1,500 were paid,
they turned it off 5 days later.
5 days later, and turned it off for that $9,000 balance.
Because there were $9,000 of back pay. Now, at that time, those individuals who were all at that place, I don't know, if maybe people don't use this a lot, but you could have went to your city council, to the place. You at this time in society, you can't throw people out. You can't even really evict people. You can't do that.
Well,
there are landlords right now that are owed back pay right now, living because they lost their job. That the government said you can't evict them.
So they weren't evicting them. They weren't, but to that point, they did say that they were all. There was a moment where they all did go to the courthouse to try to get some assistance, but they didn't really.
The same way that they draw the media to them this late in the game is the same way they should have been, because they're talking about Kissimmee, Florida. So now you should have been addressing this to your governor, which is Ron DeSantis, and say you need to be reaching out to have FPL turn these goddamn. We got kids here and blah 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 blah. It don't take much, but
let me tell you, not a lot of people is educated enough on that.
Yeah,
there are a lot of people that have got evicted. Like, wake
a lot
up,
of those people
Legacy.
that we
Not
saw there.
everybody that lives on this planet knows the laws that they have and the rights that they have, to where right now, look around you, even in West Palm, people that we ought to know to hung out, they living on somebody else's couch.
But you know what? These people
And
also,
then once they done left and you do get in the information, you already surrendered this lady key. So there's no court or no police gonna make her put you back in there.
and then these people look like they were freshly foreign too.
Yeah.
So they
and
may
then
not
they work,
know.
and then they working at Disney. And old girl, she came from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so they don't know.
So she don't know the rules of this land. And those be the ones that get thrown under the bus the hardest.
The first, yep.
But I mean, when you saying you, when you're saying you're going to city council,
Legacy, you messing up again, huh?
Legacy, you might need to go to city council.
Oh, you know what?
I want him to really do a roll check through everybody he know. Go see how many black people ever been to city council or to a city hall meeting for that much.
Hell, I haven't.
I actually have, child. I'm a hell raiser.
What you say, Tony?
And I shoot.
You might need to go to city council by your phone.
They went through our neighborhood, fucking up the roads. So, honey, I damn sure was. That was the first time I did want to go to a city hall meeting.
See if they got
Y'all didn't even give a bitch a warning. You was gonna fuck up their roads. Then one day they dug a hole, literally where my driveway was. My best friend will tell you, I could have literally picked up my van, put it in that hole, and I could have buried my van, and you wouldn't have known it was a van in there.
That's how big the
Didn't
hole
even
was.
knock on my door to give me common courtesy. Ma'am, if you need to leave, I suggest you leave now.
You know, but I don't feel like people should have to tell you that these workers are. Don't even get me started. Do not get me started. So
let me tell you, I could work for FPNL and you tell me to go turn off somebody's lights and I see they got a whole bunch of kids. Honey, I'm gonna act like they lights turned off and I'm gonna bring my ass back to the job. And my compassion will try to figure out ways to help that person before my job actually come turn off your lights.
Yeah,
my compassion will not let me. I see you got 3-4 kids standing there. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't even be the sheriff's office putting people out. I just couldn't.
Yeah,
I actually saw one where the guy was like, it was an elderly. She was like 80 some years old. He was like, I just can't do it, and he didn't.
He did.
He went back to work and he was like, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not doing it.
Me, I would be boohoo crying. Even when I was a little girl, my mom would tell you, well, let's go on point. Melanie Cobb beat my ass. I let this homeless man come into our house to take a shower, and I made him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And let me tell you, my mom came home, she went off on dude, she beat the shit out of me. Literally, maybe not, I wouldn't say it was like a year, but almost. We used to walk from 19th and Beautiful to 40th to Northborough Elementary. Me and my sister Byra almost got kidnapped. Guess who saved us?
That one
homeless man. And do you know my mama started being his angel? Come on, let's go take a shot. So I literally saved my life by being young and naive and just was like compassionate. Later on, and my mom will tell you, I haven't seen this man since I've been grown, but my mom started actually doing for him.
What do they say out of the mouths of babes?
But she beat my ass.
Yeah, because you could have got yourself killed, but you just did what was on your heart to do that day.
God was looking at
he was always nice. And we went to screaming and running, honey, he saved the mess out of us. And then he became, my mama became the one feeding him, letting him take baths. Melanie Cobb.
Oh my God.
Let me see what this last video is, and then we can get ready to close out. I don't even know what happened.
Look, Tony, I can't promise you I'm gonna be here Tuesday.
What you saying?
I hope it's not as long as the other one.
When did you come here to Indiana State Prison?
Well, I came here in 1989 at the age of 15 years old. I was actually convicted of the crime that I'm here for at the age of 13 years old.
And what was the crime?
Double homicide. So I committed a double homicide at the age of 13 years old. At the age of 15, my case had ran its course through the court, and I was sitting here to this prison in 1989.
A double homicide, yes, sir, at the age of 13?
13, yes, sir.
That's very, very young.
It's tragic, to say the least, and it is very young, absolutely. It's unheard of, you know. Wow. It's unspeakable, to say the least. Even reflecting on it almost 25 years later. In August, it'll be 25 years since that crime took place. It's still very vivid. It's still very poignant. It still resonates, and it still has the same amount of tragic elements involved in it now as it did then. And it will always be with me for the rest of my life. I always say it's like an albatross around my neck. No matter where I go or what I do for the rest of my life, it'll always be with me.
What were the circumstances which led up to the incident which led you in prison at the age of 15?
Me and a friend had basically planned to get money to go to a fair, and to do so we're going to cut grass, and we went to a home basically, and they said they didn't want their grass cut, and rather than continue on the vein and go to the next home, we decided to push into the home essentially, and it ended in a double homicide. It's that simple. And for our complicity in that crime, I was sentenced to 170 years, 170.
You got a sentence of 170 years.
Yes, sir.
However you cut that, you are not going to get out of here.
I'm eligible for parole when I turn 100 years old.
Have you ever thought about all the things that you have missed that other 15-year-olds go through as part of their normal lives?
Absolutely. I've never been to the prom. I've never driven a car. I've never had a driver's license. I've never filed tax returns. I've never been on an airplane. I've never traveled abroad. Should I continue? My life has been lived in this prison, and it seems as though I've been in this prison so long that I've never been free. 25 years in prison, you know, it's a long time.
Especially when you come in at the age of 15.
Yeah, really.
Ariel, thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you for taking the time.
I appreciate you.
By any measure, and in any prison community, his is an exceptional story. This is what Sanford looked like when he came here at the tender age of 15. His murder of 2 elderly women in 1987 netted him the meager sum of $5. On that vile act, he must reflect for the rest of his life.
How do you get accustomed to life in this environment?
It takes some getting used to. It's tough. There was a young man on the range, a very young man, maybe 19, 20 years old. He's exhibiting psychosis. And they took him to see the psychologist because he's having trouble adapting. And this is an abnormal environment for a human being, certainly. You know, these are essentially cages. And to think that we stay in them 24 hours, 23 hours a day, come out for an hour a day, it's taxing.
May I have a look in your cell about...
Absolutely.
Have a look at some of the books?
Absolutely. You absolutely may. So.
Yes, Lieutenant, would you mind opening up? I'd just like to have a look.
Yes, sir. You can take whatever down you want to take down.
And war against the weak, what's that about?
Eugenics.
Eugenics?
Yes, sir. America's attempt to make a master race, essentially.
And this one is the tree of life. What that's about?
Yes, it's Kabbalah, actually. It's more metaphysics, essentially. Those deep questions about man, where he comes from, where we're going, and who we are, essentially, yes.
I see that you have, in addition to your books, you have some of your own writing on the walls here. Strength, well-being, and health.
Yes. Just something I try to focus on. If there's anything I want to stay my mind on, as I always say, is something progressive. So being strong and having a good disposition and being in good health are certain things I definitely want to focus on.
And you have written here, no man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher.
Yes, sir.
I'm also standing here, and I think these are the parameters of your existence.
Existence, absolutely. These 4 walls.
It's a pretty isolating place.
It really is, if you see it as such. It's isolated only to the extent that you think it is. You know, I mean, those books allow for a great escape and for to be able to leave the confines of the wall. So,
but I'm only in here for a few minutes, and I feel it as such. I feel it. I feel the isolation.
Everybody in this building feels the confinement that we're suffering here. You know, you put an animal in a cage for too great of a length of a time, it goes crazy. You know, how much more so human? You know, so.
Girl, listen. 2 elderly women just for $5.
Okay, so I'm like, but 170 years though.
That's just so excessive. They, you know,
that's my problem. Don't get it twisted. Y'all little motherfuckers needed to be charged as adults.
Absolutely.
But
they were white.
But
they were.
Let me tell you, it don't matter if they were white.
But the reason
right
I
is
said
right,
it was
wrong
white,
is wrong. We're talking about the excessive,
the
yeah.
reason that,
But them motherfuckers deserve
what
to
I'm
be in
talking
that
about, the
slave ride.
excessiveness. The excessiveness.
Listen, even when he said it, he was like, well, we wanted to go to the fair. And instead of us just keeping along, he said it like it was a breezy day. So who's to say them little motherfuckers would have stopped at them too?
We pushed through the house. We pushed through. I'm like, and who does that at 13? Like, and then think how well read he is and how intelligent he speaks. I'm just like, I'm looking at all of that, and
He's reading Kabbalah.
But you know,
that was a different dude. That different dude, he mentally, he's phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, but the first one,
Savon said.
The first dude, Lord Jesus, I was like, well, now I may have to. If I was single,
Hey,
I'll have
look,
to
let me go look for me a little pen pal.
Let me just go find me a little buddy, honey. Give him a P.O. box or something, because you can't get the real address. Because I don't need you coming out thinking you gonna reside.
Girl,
I
he
can't
don't
do
get
that.
parole till he's 100.
Girl, you know what? Crazier things have happened. His ass be done talking about something.
He caught that charge in 99.
Kim Kardashian and got him out next year.
Right.
Yeah.
Doing my look. Thinking I'm safe, having a good conversation, and here you go. I've been paroled at your house. No, you've been paroled at that P.O. box.
They used the letters that you wrote and seen that we would be together. So
right.
Since the prison system was overcrowded, they would only let me out and release me to you.
Listen, you can't come up through here. I'm sorry, bro.
But what about all that hot and sweaty you promised me?
I know. I can still give it to you, but you gotta leave afterwards. You gotta find somewhere else to reside.
We gonna still be at that P.O. box.
Right. Go stay in that box.
I got the big box. So
say, Lord, you retarded.
Because I'm telling you now, if at 13 they was that ruthless, give them a little bit, bitch. She taking off your whole head.
He doing everything. So I ain't playing. But no, I was just joking. But he was very well physiqued. Jesus, that body, yada 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 yada.
Let me tell you, it don't matter what somebody doing. Savon, she right.
Yada,
she
yada,
be bird
yada,
watching. She be bird watching.
I be watching. I ain't gonna lie. I watch everything, honey.
She's a bird watcher.
I watch.
Yes.
I don't even try to play that shit off no more. I mean, at work, I obviously do. But outside of work, I ain't even trying to play it off. I'm like, girl, bye. You looking at my titties? I'm gonna look at your thing.
Period. Well, it looks like we've come to the close of a wonderful show. It went over a little more. My first end of the month recap, chatting with friends with our special guest, Savon. Savon, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me by searching on the YouTube under the Savon Experience or Savon 1111. I have a show every Saturday, and then throughout the week, honey, I chill with my friends in these YouTube streets. Listen,
these motherfucking streets.
Yes. So if y'all want to come chill with me tomorrow, please come through. We're gonna be talking.
I will be there.
We're gonna be talking about Jimmy Smacks, and we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking about him, and we also gonna be talking about what's old boy name from B2K and his alleged molestation. Razby.
I don't think that's alleged.
And I don't think it's alleged either, sis. So
let me tell you, I do not think that's alleged.
I don't either. So TeAma, all y'all, I'll be sending y'all links.
Let me tell you, on one occasion, my Aunt Carolyn sent me to go with her daughter, Deandra. And honey, just the vibe backstage. Now, mind you, she's the child of Deion Sanders. So we had backstage passes. Some members had to leave, and they wasn't so happy to be leaving. Omarion stayed out, and the other dude stayed out and was still doing pictures. That's why when that came out, I was like, I believe it. I believe it.
I have always.
I believe that like I believe in Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I believe it.
It's the way, and if you see Razby talk, baby, that happened to him. All the things that he said that they did, they did. They did. And then I also
Marcus Houston, because Marcus Houston was the one that told him to come here.
And here's the thing. I remember I'm not like a pedophile, anything like that, but I'm just saying at that age, I knew how to see the boys looked a certain kind of way. So I knew how to peep out the boys that would play or something has happened, because when they say something breaks in your spirit, something breaks. You can recognize that in certain people. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, that man is known worldwide. There's no way he would leak that story knowing the average man, how they would look at you. And they feel less than a man. So ain't no, let's bring it back. Ain't no African American men. We know. Famous. Everybody know your face.
And he been sticking to his story for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Let me tell you, anytime you got a kid trying to kill themselves, doing harm to, you know something wrong. You know.
I just need people to be, I need protectors to protect these babies. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes people get blindsided by the fame and the money. And, you know, if my niece wants to get in the industry, she most definitely can. But she ain't going nowhere without me. You ain't going to the bathroom without me. I'm gonna be sitting here when they change your costume and putting your makeup on. You understand what I'm saying? If anything, you gonna do some shit because you want to do it, because we get ourselves in a situation, but it ain't gonna be something that somebody else doing to you. You best believe that. Oh, well, you can't come through. Oh, well, then she can't come through. Well, the deal is over. Well, then bye, bitch. We was fine before we got into this.
You see them too?
Now.
Those are my two nieces on the ground.
Okay. Did you say
when I say they got their own room, they brought their teddy bear, their pillow, they got their own room, their own TV. Tell me why they gotta come in the living room, because Auntie, you in the living room.
They want to be with you.
And that's how my niece is. That's how my niece is.
They got their own. Honey, if your coochie can't go in my pocketbook, you can't go.
Listen, TeAma, I'm the same way about my niece.
Spend the night at who house? Bitch,
For what?
Where?
No. I don't trust people.
I'm psycho.
I don't trust anybody. And I was the same way by my sister, so I just be like, no, I can't do that.
No.
I believe everything that he's saying, so we're going to talk about it tomorrow. Come through.
I'll be there.
Well, I'll definitely be on your show tomorrow night, so everybody make sure you follow the Savon Experience. Get some laughs.
I'll send y'all the link. Well, hell.
Tiama's probably going to be 3 minutes late because she probably going to be shopping.
Who is?
Actually, I will post up my pictures. My jit is so covered. I got this little baby covered all the way up to one. Tony, diapers. How I'm looking on diapers.
I think I told me her closet full.
I see it.
Baby, if anything, that's what people need to get you. Diapers.
Any of y'all? No, I don't need no more diapers. I have 3,100 diapers. Google told me how I need to buy them and what I need to do. I don't need no more diapers.
Look, long as you got them in sizes, because I ain't never heard nobody say
I got them in sizes. For infants, you should at least have 375. I push that way further. For infant, I put it at 6, because I change as soon as you pee one time. I don't believe in diaper rashes. On size 1, you should be at 1,500 diapers. Size 2 vary in size 3. But all our kids be potty trained by 11 months and walking. So, case in point, I'm ready. Just push them out and give this baby to my family, because I'm just the incubator.
She said, "Ooh." Well, I sent the link for y'all to have for tomorrow, but yeah, I'm just come through. We'll talk about it.
She said, "Ooh," she said, "Give it to." Everybody already told me this day, baby. This ain't my baby.
Say that.
Yes.
A lot of your fans may not like the long-windedness that Tony.
Tony knows how to come on and to shorten it.
I've been on her show before.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, between Jasmine and Savon, they kick you off. They will let you know. Hey, gotta go.
Y'all say that Tony talks a lot, but I've not seen that side of him.
I'm the one that don't talk for long.
Wait, what?
Put that nigga, put him out, put him in the bite though. You already know. What? Drop that ass.
Wait, what?
Girl.
We just go look. We gotta wait.
He had you to adjust your whole
live,
play, right?
In the live, Tony, so we can talk.
Okay. Well, anyway, on that note, we just want to thank everybody for coming.
Hold on.
We stand on. We stand on. We just getting off the line.
Am I okay?
I don't
feel.
On that
Good
note,
night, world.
good night, everybody. See you Tuesday, where the topic is: does size really matter?
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Nope, it don't.
Tuesday. And let's see if size really matter. Good night, everybody.